get the show on the road.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh.
A media destination.
Look at that. Here we are.
Or something like that, right?
That's what I hear.
Golden Globes were fun last night.
Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of enjoyed it.
Entertaining to a point, you know. Tina Fey, Amy Poehler hosting was pretty good.
I like seeing all those celebrities in one room.
But there was just no, I was trying to live tweet some stuff, you know.
I did, too.
There was just nothing really going on. There was no...
I was deleting a lot of tweets before I sent them. I was
too mean?
I was forcing it, I guess.
Yeah. There was nothing really just kind of
I was trying to come up with a really good Jacqueline Bissett tweet, and...
Well, she was fucked up.
She was wonderful.
Hell, that is. Staring at the camera, just fucking not talking.
She didn't expect to win, and
of course not. No one does.
And the Golden Globes didn't expect her to win because they had her way up in the boonies.
That's another thing with that fucking show. It's not like a lot of the other award shows, which is in those giant auditoriums, and they're just kind of movie theater seats and stuff, and they could go out to the aisle and then walk to the stage. This is like a fucking party, you know. They got tables and they're eating and drinking, fucking, sulking.
It's like being at a wedding, and then you have to.
And then they got to, they're scooching between chairs, and there's always somebody to hug and shake hands with. So they play the music for whatever show or movie that they're getting an award for, and it goes on and on and on while this person is just making his way to the stage with no one talking. It really is a terrible arrangement they have.
Yeah, and then Jacqueline Bissett got up there and just kind of...
She went, oh,
and just stared at the camera. Didn't know what she was going to do or say. No one has cared about Jacqueline Bissett for...
I know.
It could be 30 years easily.
They hit the get the fuck out of here music on her pretty quick.
And those boobies that you got to see in the deep are hurting a bit.
Yeah.
They look like two moray eels now. If you saw the movie, though, it's a clever little joke there. Thank you.
How the fuck did Jennifer Lawrence win Best Supporting Actress over the girl from 12 Years a Slave?
It's all about who you blow.
Wow.
The Golden Globes is all just, it's all about just sucking up.
Golden Globes is more a white award show.
Really?
I think so.
How the fuck did she was good in that?
She was great.
But the girl in 12 Years a Slave, that was an amazing role. That's no wonder black people hate white people. I get it.
Jimmy.
Jesus. Then they win the Oscars for things they don't deserve. Stop.
Yeah, the Oscars will be very different.
Yeah, exactly. Watch the Oscars just sweep the shit out of 12 Years a Slave.
You think?
Yes.
That American Hustle I got to see Friday night, man. What a great fucking movie.
I like that one.
From the comfort of my home, now that I'm a voter like the rest of you guys.
Yes, we're
voters.
For our consideration.
When do we get our ballots?
The official ballot? I don't even care. So
I want to give my ballot. I want to give my ballot to a listener.
Don't you get fucking in trouble?
That's why I said that, Jimmy. Jesus Christ.
How stupid am I?
They did that for the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Deadspin or something, right?
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
I just answered literal.
Oh, literal. You get in trouble. Oh, really?
Do we get ballots?
Old man on his lawn shaking his fist.
I know.
Because someone told me last year, look at all that paper shit. And if there's anything you got to send back, send that shit back so they'll keep sending you movies.
Oh.
But so far I haven't seen anything. I just see that envelope from what is
Screen
it?
Actors
Screen
Guild.
Actors Guild, and you just feel that there's something in there you can't really bend, and you know it's a movie, baby.
There's movie goodness.
And then some of these assholes just give you like a pamphlet of their movie.
Yeah, fuck that.
What am I going to do with that?
The movie.
Give me the fucking movie.
I got the boat movie. They sent the boat movie, but I had seen that already in the theater when it came out.
American Hustle, though, I saw that Friday night, and god damn it. That Christian Bale is just amazing in everything he does.
He's good.
And he's completely different in everything he does. What, he gained a shitload of weight for that movie?
40 pounds.
40 pounds.
Yeah.
And then how do these guys lose it like it's nothing?
Well, I guess they work out and eat right.
Yeah. Or go to the gym and eat better.
Go to the gym, eating better.
But they gain weight like it's nothing because they know they could, just get it off themselves easy enough.
Yep.
But the music in American Hustle is what I really liked.
Yeah. It definitely set
They did a great job with that soundtrack, man. A great job. Yeah.
You know what some girl pointed out to me about Christian Bale in that movie? How he's sitting there when he's talking about she's talking about him being confident, and he's sitting there with his shirt open and his big dumb gut sticking out.
It's like the opening scene, more or less.
But he's like, you're looking at it like this is a guy who feels good about himself and gets pussy. Like that's how great he is. He played a fat gut.
Well, fuck the fat gut. What about the shitty hair?
Yeah, the comb over is fucking classic.
How do you get chicks with that shitty hair?
His comb over. He's gluing it to his head at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, my God.
Using the hairspray and fucking...
Right.
Shit.
I think that Jennifer Lawrence is going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
Holy shit, she does a good job.
She's pretty good.
Did you like Amy Adams in that?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I thought she looked good. She looked the part.
That deep cleavage was all right?
Yeah, you know, she's wearing those big fucking...
Deep cleavage dress.
Deep cleave. She was wearing those last night.
Yeah.
The awards.
Yeah.
At the award show. I was kind of bored with the whole award show thing, though. Really, there was nothing really.
But after the football games, it was just good to have on in the background, I think. There's idiots out there.
Yeah.
You know how I do the sports curse with my picks? I picked the 4 favorites over the weekend, and I was 4 for 4. And then I had to point that out. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I did this. I picked all the favorites. You idiot. Of course. Because I was bragging I was 4 for 4.
Right.
And they're like, nothing to brag about. You picked all the favorites. I'm like, I know. That's why I'm bragging, you idiot.
It's not a guarantee either, you know, quite frankly.
It was a guarantee.
Yeah?
Yeah, those were easy picks.
A lock?
A lock.
Was it a lock?
Absolutely. You watch any of the football?
Nope.
You watch any of the football?
I did not, no. I was going to watch the Broncos game, but I was like, just couldn't commit to it. I was eating dinner.
Yeah.
That was Xbox all weekend, Call of Duty. Yeah, some people finally give me a little clue on what to do.
With what?
With that fucking Xbox playing Call of Duty or any first-person shooter.
What do you mean? Can't you figure that out yourself?
No, this was kind of like a little hinty, cluey kind of thing you do.
Oh, I see.
Your shots will always go to the center of the screen, regardless if you're when you shoot your gun. Your reticle's always the center of the screen
to start with.
When you move around and stuff, the scenery's moving, but the reticle's always in the middle of the screen.
Right.
So it still looks first person and stuff. So if you zoom in on your scope with the crosshairs.
Right.
And you take like a couple of little corners from Post-it notes and put it right there, like little arrows pointing there.
Right.
Now when you unzoom your scope, you still got the pieces of...
You're putting Post-its
on my TV.
Post-its on your TV now?
Yeah. So there's Post-its in the middle of my TV, little corners of them, just points.
Oh, that's
like a reticle.
Right.
So now when you're walking around, you don't have to snap your scope up to get the crosshairs. It's right there the whole time. So you could what's called hip shooting. You could just, spin around and shoot now really fast when people come around a corner.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
It is fucking fair because that's what everybody's been doing to me.
Everyone figured that out a long time ago.
Exactly. So I've been... So that's what I did. And then I'm watching movies with crosshairs on people's fucking faces because I didn't want to take the shit down for them.
It is pretty accurate because when I was playing Tiger Woods golf a lot, I would measure shit.
Yeah.
I would have the game pause, and then I would go to the TV and actually measure units. And it was incredible how accurate that turned out to be when I got really serious with that dumb game. What else about the Golden Globes? We really just
fucking... It wasn't really...
Dude, I am so fucking disgusted by that decision. It's like that. She's a great actress.
It's a nonsense award, though. Golden Globes don't match up with the Oscars that much.
It's a Dick Clark thing that he came up with, right?
But still the point, though. It's like an actor works hard like that. It's like,
it's a good way to spread out the awards,
Yeah.
Oh,
and it is about just kissing the foreign press's ass.
Yeah.
So
who won Best Director? Do they have Best Director for that?
I don't know.
I guess they do in a film.
I don't know.
They gave
Look at your list in front of you.
The guy from Gravity.
Yeah, that's what. So 12 Years a Slave wins Best Movie, but none of the things that went into making it the movie win. The director doesn't win, the actor doesn't win, and the actress doesn't win, and the supporting actress doesn't win. So what made it the Best Picture? Unless they just decided to throw.
But how do you not give Best Director to Gravity? Because that was just insane.
I'm not saying that
how they
should
put
have gotten
that thing together.
That probably should have gotten it. But I mean, like none of the major awards went to this other than Best Picture. That they just
storyline a little weak, but Gravity was a hell of a movie to take a look at, right?
Well, Jimmy, with your logic, then the movie that wins Best Picture, you should just throw them all the other awards too.
No. But I'm not throw them the awards because Crash won Best Picture and no other awards, and I agreed with it as Best Picture. But when you're nominated for Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, and you win none of those things, I think. Look, I saw the movies that beat them, and they were good, but they weren't. It's just really irritating. I don't know why I care, but I do. It just bug me.
Yeah.
It's
because you know how all the shit we hate about Hollywood. It's like it is. We're right to dislike it. They're just they're predictable.
Yeah, but this is kind of a wacky award show. Yeah, it's not really a real award show.
No, they're all sitting there getting hammered
and soused.
Emma, what's her name there? Goes up there with her fucking martini. Who is that? Emma Thompson goes up there with a martini with her shoes in her hand. That's not.
I know. What the fuck is that?
She throws the shoes over her head.
And Kevin Bacon's little chubby daughter there.
Hey, Chubbs.
Look at her. She's fucking cute.
She was the Golden Globe girl, but she's still.
She just has to know to lay off the fucking Burger
McDonald's
King and shit. That's all. She looks really good, though.
When she realizes, she's got to take a couple pounds off, she's going to be ridiculously stunning. She's
great. She looked fucking fantastic.
I bet you she's like 15 or something, though.
Really?
I bet you they dressed her up nice for
They gussy her up like that?
Yeah, to make her a little older.
Jesus H. Christ.
I think that's what's going on there, if you think about it.
Yeah, and then they always go to commercials showing them all like hobnobbing with each other.
Right.
That was something. It's like looking. You're like, oh, but what's he saying to him?
I know.
What's she saying? Why do they turn on a microphone? I want to hear what they're saying.
Right. Oh, the fun fact on E. Yeah, everyone tweeted that yesterday. This was the fun fact on E. Michael J. Fox was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 1991.
Fun fact.
They called that a fun fact on E.
I guess they got in a little jam up for doing that.
Well, who's the idiot that let that fly?
It could be a fact.
Yes.
Just take the fun out of it.
Or how about you decide not to do that fun fact? You could do any fun fact.
Right. There's plenty of fun facts.
So someone had the fun facts ahead of time and said, oh, here's Michael J. Fox on the red carpet. It's time to put his fun fact up there.
There you go.
Why would you do that?
You know what would have been a fun fact? Michael J. Fox didn't have Parkinson's in 1990.
That would have been a fun fact.
That would have been a fun fact.
Yes.
A lot more fun for him anyway.
Yeah. Of course.
Was there other horrible fun facts, or is that the only one? Yeah, that one went around a lot. Yeah.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
It's terrible. Did they apologize? Yeah.
We regret the insensitive classification of Michael J. Fox's Parkinson's diagnosis during our E! Online live stream. We understand the serious nature of the disease and sincerely apologize.
You got to apologize for putting a fun fact up.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
And then I have all those movies, and then Saturday I got talked into watching August. Osage, is that how they say it? Osage County. It's the Meryl Streep movie.
Oh, Jesus.
About a crazy lunatic mother. I'm like, seriously? What? Do you hate me right now?
Was it fun?
It was, no.
Is that the one with all that you get, like, it's got all the people at the table?
Yes, you got the Julia Roberts, you got the Juliette Lewis, you got the, who else is in that fucking movie? Sam Shepard, Meryl Streep.
Sam Shepard.
The dude that was like the villain in the Muppets movie, I always forget his name, a great character actor. You know the guy if you saw him.
Oscar the Grouch?
Is this the trailer?
Yeah.
The opening scene, they show Meryl Streep as a crazy mom.
Yeah.
Walking down the stairs completely drugged out and talking to her husband, Sam Shepard. And I'm looking and going, I've seen that exact same thing in real life a million times.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sam Shepard kind of has it together, and here's his, Hit
a little close to home, as they say.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Wait, would something good ever be happening that derailed? Like, did that ever derail something that was happening?
Me and my dad would be having a good time just shooting the shit about anything, and then, someone needed attention because of whatever the fuck. I don't know. Here's the trailer, though, for August. Osage County, I think.
Hey.
I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know.
Stunning.
Tell me if you would see this movie. And I have all those other movies sitting there. I do literally say, like, out loud, when I watch a trailer on TV or something, I go, I will never watch that movie. All right, let's see. And I think that's one of them. I had the slave movie, I had the boat movie, I had the Dallas 40, whatever the fuck movie.
Dallas Buyers Club.
I have the Ofra movie, and this is the one we ended up watching on Saturday. But I watched football all day, so I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'll just. How bad could it be if it's Meryl Streep?
Hey,
they say she's a brilliant actress.
National treasure.
Let me check her out. Let's see how brilliant this broad is.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
Life is very long. T.S. Eliot. Not the first person to say it. Certainly not the first person to think it.
Boy, he got old.
Yep. Absolutely goddamn right.
You ready for this? No. No way.
Oh. Hey, Mom, I'm here.
Roberts.
Oh, you're so big. Look at your boobs. Last time I saw you, you looked like a little boy.
Instantly, right now, I hate this movie.
For putting me through this.
Do you remember your Aunt Karen? Well, that must be this year's man.
Soon you'll be gone, never to return.
Don't start with that.
Father, you broke his heart when you moved away.
That is wildly unfair.
You were Beverly's favorite, you know that.
I prefer to think my parents loved their children equally.
I'm sure you prefer to think that Santa Claus brought presents, too.
Well, I missed Uncle Beth's funeral. That doesn't mean anything compared to what you have in your heart.
That guy.
This just looks depressing, douchey.
Pardon? You and Barb are separated, right? Or are you divorced already? Is there a younger woman involved?
You've said enough on this topic.
Yes. Well, see, odds are against you there, babe.
That's pleasant.
In my day, families stayed together.
I do like Abigail Breslin's new big tits that she wound up inheriting.
With one guitar and two dancing feet.
You supposed to be smoking? Is anybody supposed to smoke?
What are you doing?
Do I smell what I think I smell?
Be a father. Help me.
Our kid is trying to deal with this madhouse you've dragged her into.
This madhouse is my home.
Wow. Think about that statement for a second.
Marriage is hard.
That's one thing about Mom and Dad. You gotta tip your hat to anybody who could stay married that long.
Karen killed himself. Thank God we can't tell the future. We'd never get out of it.
Exactly.
That looks fucking terrible.
Such a good cast, too. Terrible.
I don't even know if it's I don't even know what it was.
That has chick flick written all over it, and it just has bore fest.
It's pretty dramatic, and it's it's a lot of dialogue because it was a play.
Depressing.
When they make plays into movies, they can't get enough of the words.
They talk up a storm.
Oh boy, do they! I sat there, and the movie went on forever and ever and ever. And then I committed to the movie, so I'm like, all right, I got to see what happens here. And nothing happens in the end. Nothing is resolved.
Did you like the? I didn't like the trailer.
And I'll say it because you could tell from the trailer. Sam Shepard kills himself. That's why they're.
Oh, great.
Well, who else's funeral was it?
That's true. The trailer kind of ruined it. You know what I would say if that was on my TV? Xbox, go to Call of Duty Ghosts.
Nice.
And then I'd be playing that.
I should have just went and did something else. It was like, I'm like, what is the purpose of this movie? Yeah, great. Meryl Streep's a wonderful actress, and she could play a crazy person. Who cares? Who cares? And Julia Roberts is cursing a bit more.
Julia Roberts is the daughter that doesn't take any guff.
Yep.
She's the one, and then there's the delusional sister that thinks everything's okay. Is that one? Is
Pretty
there one of them?
much. Very good.
Oh, gosh.
And then the one that's a little, hasn't really figured out her life yet.
Right, the young one.
That's the one that gets a man every year. That's Juliette Lewis, who looks fucking banged up these days. What happened to her? She's not that old.
She's been ridden hard and put up wet over the years.
But she looks really fucking... She looks banged up.
Yeah.
She,
and
there's some family secrets that come out.
Oh, boy. But does it all come together at the end where they have more of a mutual understanding of each other?
I told you, nothing is resolved in the end.
Oh, I kind of like that.
They all go away, and, crazy mom Meryl Streep is there, in her house by herself.
Ha. Is she a hoarder? She's like a hoarder.
Just like, there's no reason to make movies like that.
No, fuck that noise.
I don't know what the reason for that movie is. I don't know what the reason if that was a play, what was the reason?
Who wrote it?
I don't know.
What's his name that was
T.S.
in
Eliot?
it?
Sam Shepard?
Sam Shepard, he writes that shit.
He writes stuff like that?
He writes that shit, and then they put him in movies. I just thought he was great as Chuck Yeager. And
he was terrific. That's
in the
Chuck
right
Yeager,
stuff.
But Tracy Letts. What the hell's wrong with Tracy Letts that he decided to write something like that? He obviously has a writing talent, and he decides to do that with it. Watch him win for best.
Of course, it'll sweep or something.
Who cares, though?
Playing AIDS wins you the awards. We've talked about that before, but look at McConaughey won for playing a guy with AIDS in Dallas Buyers Club, and then Michael Douglas won for playing Liberace.
Liberace.
So
Behind the Candelabra.
So out of all the great movies I get from the Screen Actors Guild, I got the worst one out of the way.
You sat through that?
Did you watch 12 Years yet?
No, I watched this and I watched American Hustle. What a drastic difference those two movies are.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think?
I will never see that movie.
There's no reason.
Under any circumstance.
But there's no reason to see it.
There is no reason to see that.
I got to, stick up for the broads, too. I don't understand if broads would sit through that.
There are movies, when I'm looking at On Demand, right, and I'm trying to find a movie to watch, there are movies that pass by in the scroll, and I'm proud of myself. I look and go, I said I'd never see that, and I haven't seen it. And it's like a 20-year-old movie.
Right.
And I remember back then going,
and you're holding
I won't
strong.
see that. And I'm like, God damn it, I didn't.
You're holding strong.
I fucking would not see that. Although I did see that fucking Bridges of Madison County.
Oh, fuck.
We got dragged to that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
With our exes.
Remember at one point I had my arms folded and I just yelled, "This is bullshit."
We were getting in trouble in the movie theater with our exes.
See, if you're really in love with someone, I sat through that, whatever. Whatever. But if you realize how much you don't like the person when they drag you to something like that.
Can I put my film in your refrigerator?
That movie was so god-awful bad.
Fucking bore fest.
Not believable, a bore fest. And I went into it with an open mind. You were there. Yeah. It was our exes, and I swear I finally...
I'm photographing the Bridges of Madison County.
Are you?
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Do you shoot someone, please? If not, could you shoot me?
Was Meryl Streep in that one, too?
Oh, she certainly was, remember?
She was touching herself because Clint Eastwood was
as old doily tits were was by the well, washing his body off.
Washing his baloney tits, and there's Meryl Streep getting all turned on by it. I just yelled, "This is bullshit."
But was he going down on her, and he said, "Your douche ain't making it."
It was that movie. What? Do you even know what that movie was about?
No.
Many years later, you have no idea, right?
Not a one.
I know he filmed Bridges.
He was taking pictures of the Bridges of Madison County.
And somehow he got into Meryl Streep's house, but I don't know why. I don't care why anymore. I don't even know how the movie ended, what the point was.
I think there was some infidelity going on.
With who?
I don't know. But I think when him and Meryl Streep kind of hooked up, or did they even hook up? Right. I don't know. I think that was bad because somebody had a significant other. That's as far as I go.
I swear I have no idea. Did a bridge burn down?
I got to go out and photograph another bridge.
Oh, okay. Wow. I'm just sitting there watching.
Traffic at the GW.
Oh, it's terrible.
It really was. I remember how mad I was in the theater.
You didn't like it?
No, it was just, we were dragged to shit all the time.
Just dragged.
Oh, my God. Just dragged along.
I had to go to that goddamn Christmas show in Radio City Music Hall, which, I mean, look, if you got kids, that's fine. You take your kids there, you fucking, they see the little animals and whatever.
Right.
When you're going with the likes of your fucking cunt ex-wife, a heart-drunk mother,
yeah,
Annie Marg, who was okay, but, How much can you fucking say to a 70-year-old woman?
She was only 70?
I have no idea. Maybe 80.
Way older than 70.
And then I'm just sitting there like fucking jonesing for a drink while, here are the Rockettes doing their kick line thing. Wow.
Is that
exciting? Couldn't get out of there fast enough.
That's got to be exciting for, I don't know, 17 seconds, though.
No.
And then they do it for, what, an hour straight?
I remember seeing it as a kid. It didn't change. It was the same fucking thing.
Probably the same dancers.
It was, yeah, right. It was terrible.
Remember they came in? They were great.
I barely remember them coming in here.
Right.
They were really good.
Oh, this guy's got us beat. Bill in Georgia. Bill?
Hey, guys.
Morning.
Not only did I have... Go ahead.
Yep.
I said morning.
Oh, okay. Not only did I have to watch that stupid fucking movie, Bridges of Madison County, but my family lives in Iowa, and when we went on vacation, we had to go to every one of the bridges to visit the bridges.
Are you kidding me?
The bridges were more exciting than the movie, though.
First of all, I wouldn't even be able to have told you that was Iowa.
No,
Winterset, Iowa is where.
How many bridges could be in that one area? Every day he was taking off. Every day he was taking off to photograph another bridge.
There are many different angles you could shoot a bridge.
I remember,
Shut up.
like he had to walk down into like the brush to get
He had to get a good shot. But the sun had to be right.
But that scene took, I remember, like 5 minutes.
It was like he was photographing everything in real time.
Oh, my God.
And then he'd get back to the fucking little cabin the farm thing that Meryl Streep was on, and they would talk at the table for a while. Who cares? They're dumb conversations.
Women like these type of movies?
Well, the sun was perfect when I took a shot of the covered bridge about 80 miles west of here. I'm going to drive it again tomorrow, and you're all going to watch in real time.
Yeah, I think they even filmed
the drive to the bridges.
To the bridge.
Oh, was that a shitty movie?
But this asshole he had to visit the bridges. This guy had a
poor bastard. And what, did you try to take the same pictures that Clint took?
What?
Oh, look, I'm going to photograph all the bridges just like he did in the movie.
What were some of the things that were said on your road trip about the bridges?
Well, it was just I don't remember. It's been several years, but John Wayne's house was in the same town, though. That was the only cool thing. I got to go to John Wayne's house and visit it.
Was he home?
What would?
It's like, who cares?
What would be?
It's his house.
What made going to John Wayne's house cool?
Compared to a bridge?
Well,
but I mean, is the house still set up how John left it?
It isn't even how he was born there. It wasn't even the house.
Oh my God!
The Duke was born there, and then that really doesn't matter.
It's Iowa. What do you expect?
That really doesn't matter.
I think the only houses where maybe a president was born, that would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But besides that, I can't imagine going to a house where somebody was born.
Well, the distinguishing thing that they talked about was the architecture, the corner of the house, where it comes to a 90-degree corner. They had 45'd it, and that's where the door was, and it made the house distinctive because the door was in the corner.
Oh, God.
Shit. What a dull fucking trip.
Did you go to a Fridays after this to really hammer your day home?
No, we went to a little mom-and-pop's place and had tenderloin.
Oh, that's great.
Aw.
Could we look at a little of the trailer for Bridges of Madison County? Because I need to remember
what year is this?
I need to remember what this was about.
You're serious?
Just till I just get an inkling.
All right.
Go ahead.
What year was this movie, by the way? We were in Boston, so we were in Boston 95 to 98.
95, 96.
96, I'm going to guess, maybe. So how many years ago? That's 18 years ago?
Jesus.
Give or take a year?
Yeah. Oh, already I'm bored. Oh, the wheat.
There are images that lie within my heart.
What the fuck?
This is lovely.
They haven't shown anything yet.
With the power to recall the warmth of a summer's night. The stillness before a storm. Reminding me of the first time I ever saw him.
Oh.
You go.
When he stopped and asked directions to Rosamond Bridge.
Oh, that's right, she had an accent.
A moment when there was nowhere else to go.
What?
Except towards love.
Warner Brothers presents the most passionately read love story of our time. Clint Eastwood. Meryl Streep.
And a bridge.
And a bridge.
The Bridges of Madison County.
Wow.
Holy.
The trailer itself just reeks of boredom.
That was terrible.
I don't even know what they showed in the trailer.
The fuck is that?
It didn't make you feel romantic and close?
Oh, my God.
I remember, though.
Fucking he was more romantic in Kelly's Heroes. As a soldier.
Yeah. Kelly's Heroes is one of the classics.
Stealing Nazi gold was great.
When I first saw him, when he first walked to my door, could I take a dump?
And they show her watching him shit through the keyhole while she's fucking herself with the thing that churns the butter.
He's fucking veins in his head as he strains. He's been holding it in, taking a bunch of bridge pics.
He's reading the paper. He's got one leg sticking straight out. Goddamn piles.
He's sweating like a pig. Yes.
Yeah. You remember, right? You remember being in that theater.
Dude, I certainly do.
If you like, I think to anyone out there, if you're not sure about your relationship, and I'm not, this is real shit. Go to one of these type of movies and see what happens, what kind of feelings you have. And the feelings you have will be completely on the same level as what you think of your woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you're really in love, you'll sit through one of these every once in a while and be like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, she's enjoying it.
You know, what are you gonna do?
I make the sacrifices because I care about her.
But if you're like us with your arms folded, yelling, "This is bullshit," I think there might be problems in the relationship.
Yeah, especially. Especially when you're in the theater,
right,
and you hear through the wall next door.
Get to the chopper!
It's just like great fucking action going on. The walls shaking.
The walls are shaking. You could feel it in your seat, and and then your movie.
Can I use one of your closets as a dark room?
Oh, God.
I have to get some 800 speed film. Yeah.
I got to reload my cameras.
Yeah.
It's raining outside.
Next door. Ah!
Right.
Oh, God. It's just fucking... What a chore. He's sitting there.
I just don't believe that women want to see those type of movies over and over again.
I know.
I just don't believe it.
Awful.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. Would you have gone with a flash?
What?
Yeah. Let me talk to you about aperture settings.
Next door fucking...
Yeah.
Fucking great.
So that's it for the Golden Globes.
Ah, yes, we were talking about the Golden Globes.
Best movie picture, 12 Years a Slave. I gotta watch that damn thing. Best actress in a motion picture drama, Cate Blanchett for Blue Jasmine. I saw part of that one.
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
I liked it. I forgot why. I think, I don't remember why I only
Was
saw
she better
half
than
that.
Sandra Bullock?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Cate
Okay.
Blanchett is a national treasure. My God. She's
Another
amazing
national
at
treasure.
Everything she does.
We have so many national treasures.
We sure do.
Thank goodness.
Who else is a national treasure? They're saying Tom Hanks is a national treasure now.
Yes, I heard.
He's made it to the
I heard
national
that.
treasure status.
Who called him that? Was it
I don't
Matt
know.
Damon?
It might have been Matt Damon, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Name some
or Leo DiCaprio?
Leo DiCaprio is a very good actor, but he plays the same guy in all his movies. And
But
then
you
they
know
still
what?
give him awards.
When it works, it works.
He really is the same fucking character a lot.
He's not a national treasure. Like Bob Dylan's a national
Oh,
treasure.
no, we don't think...
Leo DiCaprio? I'll say national treasure.
No, you got to be around. Oh,
kidding.
okay. But
Keith sees him a lot. Keith the cop sees him a lot when he does security stuff.
Yeah.
And he's always out at these certain bars with his buddies and stuff, and just like hanging out, regular guy. No one fucks with him. He doesn't fuck with anybody.
Right.
So he apparently is able to still lead like some kind of a life.
That's
so
cool.
I guess once you're a national treasure, you don't have your life anymore, right?
That's true. No.
Tom Cruise, national treasure?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Tom Cruise.
National treasure?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
undeservedly so.
DiCaprio won for The Wolf of Wall Street, a movie everyone is talking about. I gotta see this fucking thing. Best actor in a motion picture, musical, or comedy.
It looks very expensive, that movie.
To make?
The look of that movie just has Scorsese written all over it.
And a lot of fucks in that movie, huh?
A lot of fucks, but it's
Set the
not
record?
like, it doesn't get in the way. It's very natural, normal guys in a fucking room talking fucks.
Our world is fucked up. That movie is going to do extremely well.
Yeah.
Most people are going to go to the movie theater and see it, and it sets the record for fucks. And then you'll go home and turn on the TV, and if someone slips and says fuck, you're going to write a letter immediately.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
Stupid.
That is stupid.
So Kate Blanchett won for Blue Jasmine, our national treasure. She beat out the Dame Judi Dench.
Dame Judi Dench.
Let's see. Best actor in a motion picture drama. But what's the difference between best actor in a motion picture drama and best actor in a motion picture musical or comedy? So they split it up so they could give more awards out, I guess?
Exactly what it is.
Oh, how stupid is that?
So best actor in a motion picture drama. Yes, Sam, what?
Then they classified American Hustle and Wolf of Wall Street and movies like that
as comedy musical.
And they're not comedies or musicals.
No.
There's some funny lines in American Hustle. Though.
Funny lines, but it's not a...
funny without... I mean, there's funny lines in Goodfellas. It's not comedy.
Louis C.K. in there.
And in American Hustle,
why.
they didn't fire one gun, right?
No, I don't think so.
That type of movie, you would think there might have been a couple gunshots.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool
threats.
they did it in a way, right?
Yeah.
And how badass was De Niro as the mob boss?
He was good in that as the mob guy.
He was in the movie for what? Maybe 10 minutes?
Right.
No, not even. It's probably 5 minutes.
You do get the impression that he would absolutely kill you, or have you killed.
Fuck, was that good?
The tension at the table
That was a
between
great
him
scene.
was a great scene.
And it's like, uh-oh, they're totally fucked.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good
It
one.
was good to see De Niro switching it up. Jesus. Surprised he didn't play a cop.
So best actor in motion picture drama was Matthew McConaughey. for
Incidentally, a terrible decision.
Dallas Buyers Club. Beating out... Well, who should have won that, Jimmy?
And I hate to keep harping on, I forget, I don't know how to say his name. Chiwetel, whatever his fucking name is, 12 Years a Slave.
Naga be here anyway. So.
McConaughey was good. He was really good. But
Yeah.
it wasn't like a whole lot of, like, you know when an actor goes emotionally up and down and all over the place, like it's hard to do from what they tell me. It was just a different level of acting, and it's like, fucking, whatever. It is what it is. Not my business.
It's not my business.
Best motion picture comedy or musical, American Hustle was the winner there. Best actress in a motion picture musical or comedy, Amy Adams won. DiCaprio. Let's see what else. Supporting actors and actresses, who gives a fuck? Although Jared Leto came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
He hasn't been in Hollywood in 6 years.
Looked like a closet to me.
Yeah.
Who was fucking Sam Donaldson's son that he was fucking hugging? See the eyebrows on that guy? Mr. Spock?
No, I missed
the guy
all
next
that.
to him.
In the audience?
Yeah, like they were sitting at the table together, and when he won, they stood up, and then this guy, he's like kissing him and fucking hugging him and shit. Is Jared Leto, is he a gay gentleman?
I don't think so.
Jesus Christ. He looks like Jesus Christ.
You see him as he played a transsexual, and he was 116 pounds when he did this movie.
Wow.
With AIDS. Yeah, he was really, really good.
But he's really short. We met him down in West Palm Beach. He was part of that whole thing we did.
That's right. He is a little guy.
And that band of his, he thought was a little goofy side project, took off, and he had to take 6 years off from Hollywood, and he comes back and he wins something right away.
This is his first movie in 6 years?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you see him play Kurt Cobain in that video? Holy fuck.
No.
You guys aren't really a Kurt Cobain fans, though, are you?
Well, yeah.
It's pretty fucking creepy how close he gets to, look
What
at
video?
Look at this. Yeah, Sam's got it.
It's one of his,
Look, he's got the hair like Kurt. Isn't that creepy?
That's him? Wow,
That's Jared Leto. And then he almost pulls off the voice, too.
That is, that looks really...
I think he did this because he really wants to play Kurt Cobain badly.
Yeah, they're blurring.
Oh, he just did this?
I believe. We got to look up the story.
My time with everyone. I have very bad posture. Sit and drink tea.
He's got it right there, big time.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Not bad, right? And he's got the look down, too.
Are these the accurate lyrics?
Oh, yeah. When he screams Pennyroyal Tea, it's, like, perfect.
Why doesn't Jared Leto get, like, any real respect? People are surprised when he won last night because he doesn't get any respect.
Who doesn't?
Jared Leto.
You don't think?
I don't think. They laugh at his band, you know. It's kind of like, you know, oh, what is this, Dog Star 2? But, I mean, he's obviously talented.
He's a great actor, man.
Travis, jump in there. His band proved everyone wrong, though, man.
Yeah, I mean...
That band has a huge fan base.
They've been very successful for a long time.
Yeah, but it started out, you were right. They're like, what is Leto doing?
Yeah.
But that's a while ago now, man.
He filmed that, like, years ago.
What broke him? Like, what made him...
My So-Called Life.
Okay, that was
Jordan
why.
Catalano.
All right. Now that's why he's got no respect.
Requiem for a Dream was amazing.
Yeah, well, Claire Danes was in
Yeah.
My So-Called Life, and she's, you know, taken completely seriously.
What do you know about that video, though?
He did it not a long time ago, but years ago when he heard that that they were considering making a movie about Kurt. So he says that he filmed it just to explore the character, and he never sent it to a studio or anything. And then he released it years later on one of the anniversaries of Kurt's death, I think last year.
Ooh. Not bad, though, huh?
Pretty good.
And then you move into the TV categories for the Golden Globes. Although, do you want to know what won Best Original Song? Or
no.
You sure?
Positive.
Positive?
Yeah.
Okay. Best TV series drama, Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah. We all saw that coming.
Then Best Actress was Robin Wright, House of Cards. Best Actor, Bryan Cranston for Breaking Bad. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Best TV Series, Musical or Comedy. This is a brand new fucking show.
That came out of nowhere.
Andy Samberg.
And Andy Samberg won the award for actor, too.
All right.
Yeah, that's... What happened?
I haven't seen the whole... I'm going to start watching it again because I might be missing something, but I watched like the first couple episodes. It's not good.
What was it up against?
Dumb shows.
What was he up against?
Well, Big Bang Theory they usually give it to. I hate that show, but they usually give it to it.
That shouldn't get an award
ever
for anything ever.
People still love that dumb
I don't understand.
It beat out Big Bang Theory, Girls, Modern Family, Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
Parks and Rec is a much better show than Brooklyn
Even
Nine-Nine.
Girls, you know, whatever.
And Modern Family's better, too.
And then what about actor? Like, who did he beat out personally for
just...
Peoples?
Yeah,
Peoples.
No names like Don Cheadle.
He beat
I
out
disagree that he's
Don
no name.
Cheadle?
Yeah.
What kind of shenanigans is going on? That's a fix, right? There's a fix because...
He might have had to blow some people because this doesn't make sense.
Somebody must be invested in the Andy Samberg business.
Yeah, someone's in the Andy Samberg business.
Andy Samberg beat out Jason Bateman for Arrested Development.
Come on.
You know, that's a show.
This is ridiculous.
Don Cheadle for House of Lies. Not to be confused with House of Cards. All right, I didn't know that.
It's a House of Something. Both are very good shows, apparently.
Michael J. Fox for the Michael J. Fox Show.
I got a fun fact about him.
What?
In 91, he got Parkinson's.
There was another fun fact, too.
Yeah? Why?
Someone reminded me on the Twitter. Thank you. They did a James Gandolfini fun
fact?
that he died.
Oh, Jesus.
Was that a real
No
one?
way.
I thought that was a joke. I just read that.
It has to be a joke.
Yeah, there were a whole bunch of joke ones.
No, that's a real one.
Oh.
I read it on Twitter. It has to be real.
It's got to be real.
I wouldn't lie.
I'm heating up. Is that really a fake one?
It's gotta be.
Is that one a fake one?
Dude, I just read it.
I just got caught bad.
They would have been in apology mode for that, too.
I'm guessing just because they didn't apologize.
Oh, bravo to whoever just got me.
That's
and
a
Jim
good one.
Parsons for The Big Bang Theory. Which one is he on The Big Bang Theory?
He's the really famous one.
I don't know him. Which one is he?
No idea.
You know, if
he's the awkward nurse.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Everybody knows him. He's very, very famous.
Yeah.
Is he gay in real life?
Yes.
Wow, you can never tell from the show.
I'm proud to say I've never seen a Big Bang Theory all the way through.
I've seen it.
It's been on the TV. It's been on the TV, and I've stopped and went,
yeah,
nah, and then moved on.
Here's how I've watched it. In a tiny little picture-in-picture, as the guide is on,
right,
flipping through, because Seinfeld just ended.
Oh, I see.
And I'm flipping through the guide now, so I hear some of the hilarious science geek jokes until I could find anything to change the channel to. It's the same way I feel now when it's, seems today, all you see is violence in movies. Get me the fuck off of this.
You're done with that show?
Yes.
Why?
No, that reminds me of the time. That's like that one time all right, yeah.
Right. Someone's being a dick on Twitter, but it made me laugh.
Oh, really?
He goes, bunch of fucking wash women talking about movies. Hey, Aunt Jim Norton and Aunt Opie Radio, let's move it along.
Move it along. Fuck off.
I could talk about how awful the Bridges of Madison County are.
Oh.
I could talk about that every day. No problem.
Absolutely.
No fucking problem.
It stirs up emotions in me.
Did you guys see the P. Diddy at this thing? Why was the P. Diddy at the Golden Globes?
Because he's actor-producer.
Of what?
Mogul.
Of what?
Well, he was just presenting this time.
Yeah.
And he's shucking it up. He's like trying to get hugs from Bono, and Bono's like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Well, P. Diddy was in his inimitable fashion of trying to take over what's going on or just add himself to it. It really seemed like what he did with Biggie. Like when the guy came out to do his speech, he had to jump in.
Jump right in. How much longer? How much longer do we have to deal with Diddy as a personality?
Diddy's forever now. I mean, Diddy's not going anywhere.
Is he a national treasure?
I would consider Sean Combs a national treasure.
Shut up. Stinks. P. Diddy stinks.
Puffy Combs.
What the hell has he done lately? What was the last thing he did of significance?
Right.
I don't know. I guess he's a businessman.
Didn't he have a rap reality show or something?
That was Search.
Search.
Chirac is like, isn't that the last big? That's his, right?
Ciroc.
Ciroc, yeah. Isn't that the last big thing? That
Holmes?
What was that?
I thought you meant Sherlock Holmes.
What is Ciroc?
Ciroc's his vodka.
Oh, the vodka thing, sure.
He's always pushing his Ciroc.
I heard Dan Aykroyd's vodka isn't doing too well.
Really?
Crystal Skull?
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff, and everyone loves that skull. You know what the problem with that vodka is?
I think their finances are a little...
Oh, they're in trouble, huh?
Once you buy a bottle and have the skull,
there's no reason
then
to
you buy Grey Goose. Then you just go to Grey Goose.
Is it good vodka, though? Does anybody drink it?
It's good vodka, but you know what? Grey Goose is good. But
that's brilliant.
You have...
Why would you keep buying the skulls?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they have the same vodka in a cheaper bottle?
Right.
And basically, like, promote it as, look, you get the
refill.
You get this, and then what you do is you put this in your skull.
Refill your skull.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You don't want a whole house full of fucking...
crystal skulls. You look like a fucking...
idiot after a while.
Evil genius.
But is it more expensive because of the bottle? Because otherwise you just throw them out like you would in a bottle.
Yeah.
It's way more expensive.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah, I bet it is. So no one throws the bottle out.
So the numbers don't work out after a while because you'll step up to get the crystal skull once.
You put yourself out of business with that goddamn bottle.
Wow, you know what? Hey, and can we talk about Jonah Hill, a guy who used to do our radio show until he became a serious actor, and he doesn't want anything to do with us. He's blown us off for at least 3 movies now, and a lot of big ones.
Yeah, of course.
And he apologized to me personally on Twitter. That it was an oversight, and now I'm starting to think it's not an oversight whatsoever.
Why, was he here again recently?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but he's in this Wolf of Wall Street, and then he had to go up and talk about Wolf of Wall Street, and the prompter, thank you, wasn't working, so he didn't know how to talk about his own movie.
No.
Did you see this clip?
Yeah, he came out with that hot chick.
Right. And then completely panicked.
And they were like, uh-oh, this is the teleprompter stuff for the next people that are coming up. Uh-oh, we don't have anything. And then someone handed him like a piece of yellow legal pad paper with some shit written on it.
Aren't you a comedian? Can't you just fuck around a little bit up there?
You would think if it's your movie.
And you're a comedian.
You could riff on it a little.
Right.
I haven't seen the movie. Was that done on purpose to tie in with their movie, or is that always a
Not
mistake?
Oh, God,
all.
no.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
no.
play this.
Oh, boy.
I'm not going to lie to you. Right now, they put up the wrong stuff on the teleprompter.
Yeah.
This is for Aaron Eckhart and Paula Patton, and
I've never done this before, so I don't want to improvise.
Don't you worry.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about a thing.
They hand her a piece of paper.
Cool.
let's just be real about it. That was not for us.
Maybe it was a joke that they do on like rookies like me, like for the first time. I don't know. I
don't know.
Our first nominee for Best Motion Picture Comedy examines how the American dream can lead to corporate greed.
Money, power, women, drugs. Temptations were there for the taking, and more was never enough. This is The Wolf of Wall
It's
Street.
got to be amazing the first time you take her clothes off, huh?
Yeah.
Shit like
What's
that.
her name? She's lovely.
You just take her
She's
clothes
new
off.
to Hollywood.
Just standing there naked, and you're just like, this is fucking... That is amazing.
Hollywood's going to eat her alive.
Oh, only hope.
She's new.
Only hope
Yeah.
it spits her out the other side, bruised and battered.
Sure. I'm sure Jack Nicholson's already rubbing his penis on her behind as she's just trying to get a cocktail.
She's
trying to
eating
eat
his
a
ass in
shrimp.
an elevator already.
Yeah, you want to get fired in the business, honey? Oh, no.
Got to deal with all those fucking idiots.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous, man.
Yeah, she's beautiful. But there's Jonah Hill, like, reading. Money, greed, power, what?
Money, greed. Do you know what your movie's about? How about you just say, hey, you know, I was in this movie.
And then let's do the Jacqueline Bissett thing. That was kind of fun.
Jacqueline Bissett.
Why
What
not?
did she win?
Why not?
Was it an achievement, a lifetime achievement type thing?
You would think, but she just
best
artist of the millennium. No.
Is actress in a miniseries, I think.
What?
For supporting
Why is
actor.
that an award? Actress in a miniseries?
For 2 weeks. Big deal.
Why do they do miniseries still?
Anymore? Who cares?
Series, miniseries,
After Roots, who
or
cared?
television film.
Series, miniseries, what?
Actually, I did like The Day After. That was a good one. Good miniseries.
Oh,
was that a
Jason
miniseries or was
Robards?
it just a movie?
Was
Was that just a movie?
No,
I thought it was a two-nighter.
I think you're right. It was The Day After Tomorrow is a movie, I think.
Right, and then The Day After was the nuclear war one with Jason Robards.
But a miniseries, what, it has to be 2 days in a row at least?
I think it's two.
Hasn't the miniseries...
Bonnie and Clyde was a miniseries.
The Blue and the Gray?
No, The Day After.
The Bastard? Remember The Bastard?
No.
There was a show, a miniseries on called The Bastard.
Yeah.
And it was in a time where, like, you didn't hear any curses whatsoever on television. And this ad would come on, it's like, and this fall, The Bastard. And we'd laugh our asses off as kids.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, The Bastard?
We got to find that.
Yes, The Bastard. It was
they
very
also-
fun to hear.
They have all the Netflix shows, and I think American Horror Story, because it's a different thing every season,
Right.
are also in the miniseries.
Miniseries?
The miniseries has passed us by.
Yeah.
It doesn't need its own category anymore.
Remember Roots? Everybody watched that.
Let's do the Jacqueline
Yeah.
Bissett thing.
I taped it and watched it backward.
I get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
And the Golden Globe goes to...
We're going to include her walk to the stage as well.
Yeah, what's she
yeah.
doing?
She took her sweet ass
Jacqueline
time.
Bissett dancing on the edge.
Oh, God. Thank God.
First she sits there for a while. It's like, get your ass up. There's a long run to the stage.
Commercials are coming.
Is the first win and fifth nomination for Jacqueline Bissett.
Get up.
Get Golden Globe tonight for her role of
No one has seen her in years.
Dancing on the Edge.
And look where they sat her.
Wow.
Look how far away she is.
Oh, my God.
She had a fucking balcony?
Yeah, because it's Jacqueline Bissett. No one has thought of her in a long time. So they gave her a seat way in the back. Now she's got to walk all the way to the front.
Going downstairs. She's taking an
She
elevator.
looks fucking loaded.
Yeah, she's loaded.
Is she?
She has to be.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't seen this yet?
No.
Oh, God, it's great
She's
TV.
stopping along the way, hugs.
Say hi to John Voight.
And John Voight.
Nice long walk.
Yep. She's
Everybody's talking at me.
And then she
I don't hear a word they're saying.
And then she walks backstage and comes.
John Voight's car.
What a dope. She went the wrong way.
And now she's coming from the.
Where is she going? This looks like a Keystone Cops chase sequence. What the fuck?
Was that a real time? It seemed like it was a lot longer last night when I saw that.
That was real time.
Okay. Now watch what
she's
this
hammered.
dummy does.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
You won an award for a miniseries. Relax.
Like smattering.
Calm down.
Yeah.
What was the competition?
I think it was, 47 years ago. So the Hollywood Foreign Press gave me a nomination for the promising newcomer.
Wow, are you fucking
Thank
drunk?
you very much, Hollywood Foreign Press. I'm absolutely shaking. I can't believe this. God knows. You've nominated me about 5 times. I think. Anyway.
Can you pause this for a second?
It's fucking funny.
Wow. Let me explain what she just won.
This is not going to be complimentary, I sense.
Best supporting actress in a series, mini-series, or TV movie.
Uh-huh.
Jacqueline Bissett for Dancing on the Edge. Okay. Does anyone know what that was?
It was about a girl who lives by a curb and refuses to go on the street to dance. Boo, Jim, boo.
Some broad for The White Queen. Does anyone know what that is?
No.
A miniseries called Nashville.
Nashville's a big series.
No, it's not.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
Who's in it?
What's her face from Heroes?
Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah.
Hayden Planetarium.
And then a couple you do know, Parenthood and Modern Family.
Uh-huh.
So back to
so
this.
she won.
She's
making it sound like a fucking
award.
a Vanguard award at the Oscars.
Right.
Okay. Scottish background to the front. Okay.
Oh, is she fucking sauced?
I always wanted to do something for the BBC.
Ooh. She likes the BBC, doesn't she? Good girl.
This was the second award of the night, so it's not like she'd been drinking all night. This happened at 8:15. The show started at 8.
What do you think? Nobody has a belt before they get there?
Yeah, right.
Santa's so naive.
Little pregame.
They're all pregame.
Lady Di's hammered right now, and it's fucking
exactly.
Natty Ices.
Natty Ice.
Yeah.
This is the Golden Globes. You let your hair down a little bit.
You didn't see Jacqueline Bissett in the limo when she had the fucking hat on with the 2 beers in it and 1 straw? Classless pig.
Okay.
What are you trying to say?
I always wanted to do something for the BBC.
All right.
And we did this, and this was great. Chiwetel, where are you? Can I see Chiwetel? I need him for inspiration. Where is he?
Inspiration.
Okay.
BBC.
We had a class, didn't we?
She's a BBC, a big boring cunt.
Thomas, thank you for putting this on, and thank you to my British agent, Steve Kennis, and
James
my American
Bond?
agent, Harry Abrams. I'm sorry, I've got to get this together.
The get the fuck out of here music.
People have given me joy, Jesus, and there have been many.
You can't say
it's my pride and joy, Jerry. You keep that.
Oh my God!
You can't say I'm going to get this together as the walk-off music starts.
You're falling apart.
Right.
Yeah, the get the fuck off the stage music's playing.
And now you're going to say I'm going to get this together?
Yeah.
You missed the failed dump out.
Oh, right.
What were they trying to dump? Oh, okay.
Harry Abrams. I'm sorry, I'm going to get this together. I want to thank the people who have given me joy, and there have been many. Shit.
They cut everything
I say,
but
like
shit.
My mother, what did she say? She used to say, "Go to hell
Put the drink
and don't
down.
come back."
Damn, that's clever.
Fuck yeah!
That's a good one.
They're trying to get her off.
Yeah.
They're saying, "Shut up."
However, my mother was not entirely me. I believe if you want to
Now
look
they're playing
good,
like disco
gotta
music,
forgive
hoping
everybody.
she dances off the stage. I think she's back at Studio
It's the
54.
best beauty treatment. Forgiveness for yourself and for the others.
Shut your face.
I love my friends. I love my family. And you're so
They're now
kind.
laughing
Thank you
at her.
so much.
She should have closed on a big laugh. They were giving her
know.
a applause break. She could have had a 9.5.
Could have fucking left.
All right, well.
Wow, that was fucking painful to watch, huh?
Yeah.
Golden Globes. There you go.
She didn't look like she was completely there.
No. think she was tipping a few.
Perhaps. A little bit. Mm-hmm. All right, we got some A-Rod audio for everybody.
Oh.
We got some new Christie shit. And what else? Oh, yeah, that thing.
Thing?
Yeah, that thing.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. But first, we're going to eat.
Yes, let's do it.
Opie and Anthony have been creating broadcasting magic for 20 years. Dug from the O&A vaults, this is a 20th anniversary O&A radio gem.
We got Big A in the corner with Dr. Steve, and Big A is going to get his prostate examined.
Are you nervous, Andrew? How do you feel? Let's talk to Aunt's mic. Yeah.
Yeah, I am a little nervous.
All right, well, it's part of... I'm sorry, go ahead, Andrew. What do you say?
Actually, I am a little nervous, yes.
Yeah.
Why? What's going on? You can pull the mic towards you a little bit. What's making you nervous?
I don't have a finger up your ass, maybe.
Well said.
All right, yeah. Not a bright question. Oh.
All right, Big A, you ready?
Your gum.
Put the gun out, Tom. We'd hate to have Steve pull it out of his finger.
So what we'll be looking for is enlargement of the prostate, and we've also got a card here for testing to see if there's any blood in his rear end. So a pretty common procedure that is done in usually when you start to hit middle age or if you have symptoms, and it's real. Simple procedure. It's relatively painless and just a little bit of discomfort.
What's the thing that you do to test for blood? Shouldn't that just be you use a white glove?
Well, okay, that's an excellent question, Jim.
Yeah.
Actually, you can detect microscopic amounts of blood using this card because you can...
how does it work?
There's a chemical in there that reacts to hemoglobin. When we put the developer on there, it'll turn blue. And you can detect just a few red blood cells, which you would not be able to see, so you can catch it before. I mean, if you've got bright red blood pouring out of your ass, then, I mean, you've got a problem. This is a way to catch it before it becomes a huge
So
thing.
he swipes with that little card?
Yep.
Kind of like a purchase in a store.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I picked the worst time to start eating my blueberries. I just kind of want to acknowledge that.
I may find a few of those myself.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, here we go.
What you got to do is drop your drawers, and then I need you to...
I want a big cheer when Big A drops his drawers. You
don't need to say that. We're all going to do it instinctively.
Yeah.
That's right. Drop it. Attaboy.
You drop those.
All right. Yeah. And now, they got to go down to...
The underwear's got to come down, sweetie. Yeah.
And bend over the...
Bend over. Hold on, we got to get the mic by Big A's mouth.
There you go. There's my finger. And...
Big A!
Leave your penis alone. The Opie and Anthony Show is back on.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Oh, yay. A-coming. It's rolling around the bend.
And I ain't seen the sunshine since...
Yeah, I don't know when.
You like this one, right?
Yeah, it's a classic, you know.
And time keeps dragging on.
Well, this is 46 years old.
Wow.
The live album at Folsom Prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about this. You don't see musicians going to prison anymore to perform.
No, they don't.
They kind of frown upon that now.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were a lot of people 46 years ago that really wanted to see Johnny Cash but never had the opportunity.
Right.
And then he goes to a prison to perform for prisoners. Convicts, right?
Was that 40?
Listen to his voice.
46? Yeah.
That's what? That would be 1970?
Yeah, 67.
67?
I'm 45.
46?
No.
68. Jesus, what's wrong with us? 1968.
I found an anniversary over the weekend. I just one jumped out at me while I was watching a movie.
What was that?
Well, I was watching Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, I saw you tweet that.
And as I noticed the plaque on the wall commemorating the life and death of Large Marge, I noticed that it was exactly 40 years to the day of me watching that Saturday night,
right?
January 11th, that Large Marge, on a night just like this night, died in that horrible crash of her truck. So it was Yeah, January 11th, 1974.
That's a good find right there.
I'm like, fuck, what? I was like, what's the date? It's January 11th, 2014. It's 40 years. Large Marge.
You should have sent that to BuzzFeed. They would have loved that one.
Oh, would they ever, right?
They love things like that on BuzzFeed.
That's a good one. Well, I just posted it on Twitter and went back to the movie.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Tell them Large Marge sent you. That always reminds me of Lady Trucker. Again, only more attractive.
A couple more anniversaries. Would you like to hear them?
Large Marge, that is. Yes, please.
George Bush fainted after choking on a pretzel. That was 12 years ago already.
Remember that one?
Seems like that should be longer.
I thought that was longer.
Sometimes you get that little relief, like, oh, I thought that was longer. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then you got the Bernie Getz sentenced to a year, 25 years ago.
Weapons charge. That's all they got him on.
Shooting those poor innocent kids on the subway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then finally, this was a doozy, but he got out of it. Pete Townsend arrested on suspicion of possessing indecent images of children 11 years ago. That means they found this shit on his computer and he skated.
It was
11 years ago.
Did they find images, though? Or was it because he was trying to show how
possessing
easy it was to...
indecent images of children? That means he has them in his possession.
Wait, you said suspicion of it, though.
Oh, well.
Suspicion, because I'm wondering, they said he joined with a credit card and was trying to prove that you can join these sites with a credit card.
I guess that suspicion word is very important.
Yes, it
is. Pete Townsend was arrested on suspicion, you're right, of possessing indecent images of children 11 years ago. So what's the difference there? I mean, I know what the difference is, but what are they saying?
Well, technically. No, I think that they were saying he was doing research on how easy it was to join these sites, and he was proving that you could actually just with a credit card sign up, and maybe the credit card companies had denied that they... I don't know. It was something like that.
What a brilliant defense. I don't buy it.
Oh, no.
Didn't they see that he hadn't downloaded any? I'm completely remembering something someone said, so I
just don't buy that.
Mm-hmm.
You probably tried to get the images, and there was some kind of snafu.
Oh, you think there was a snafu?
Yeah. And they were closing in on him, and he was like, oh, thank God for that snafu.
No, it's research.
Yeah.
I'm
so now I
research.
could say this and that.
Research.
Right-click save as didn't work.
I don't know. What do you think?
Who the fuck knows? But he skated.
He did skate 11 years ago. So
that was 11 years ago.
Oh my God! I went to the fucking circus yesterday with my young kids.
How dare you?
In between football games, I snuck in a little circus.
I thought
I had to squeeze out. I had to miss the first half of the Broncos game.
You're entertaining that archaic form of.
Well, I went to Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus last year.
Right.
And I think if you remember, I was completely annoyed because I can't handle. I'm a fucking circus faggot. I can't handle the elephants and the tigers and all that shit anymore because it's just downright depressing.
You just feel bad for the poor little guys.
Yep. So I don't really want to go to circuses anymore, but it's not about me when you have kids. You got to kind of do the right thing, and there's not a lot of things to do with your kids in the wintertime, especially.
Museum of Natural History.
We've done.
I guess Planetarium?
No, I haven't done.
That's a good one.
For a 3.5-year-old?
Why not?
Sure. Actually pushing 4 now. Wow, we're a few months away from 4.
Sit back, put his head up, watch the stars spin around.
Yeah?
I think that's pretty good.
Do you hate when people who aren't parents give you suggestions that aren't practical? Give them a ball to bounce.
Yeah, that's it.
I like Ant's suggestion, though.
I kind of like that. As a kid, I loved going to those places. 3
and 8 months-ish. And then I got a 15-month-old, so...
Oh.
That's a little young, I think, for Planetarium. She won't know.
No.
Yeah, but we'll keep her home. She's still just a thing. She's coming into her own, but... So the Big Apple Circus was very close to my house.
Oh, God.
Very close,
And what is that
And
now?
I've heard about this Big Apple Circus for many years. And I could have even got the VIP treatment, and thank God we didn't, because the VIP treatment was lacking a bit.
Yeah?
They had a room set off to the side where you could, like, be away from people, where there was food in there, but there was food out here. And
probably the same food. It was you're watching the animals that could no longer perform.
And then the seats we ended up getting were literally right behind the VIP seats, but we were up higher, so they were better than the whatever. They were trying to like squeeze out a few extra bucks. And I hated it.
Circus.
And my kids were bored after like
sucks.
an hour, and we bailed even.
It's entertainment from the fucking Middle Ages. Yeah. It shouldn't even be a thing anymore.
Here's the problem with the Big Apple Circus, as I see it. I didn't see one fucking clown. I guess they're against clown makeup, I think, because...
Wait till Monday morning for that.
Why clown makeup are they against?
I don't... Why else? Why would you have a clown?
You'd think you'd have a clown.
But they had a guy that was a goofball, but he didn't have clown makeup on.
No clown makeup? No clown shoes?
So what, are they trying to do something a little different, I guess?
I don't know.
And then, instead of having the tigers and elephants that, you could feel bad about, I guess the Big Apple Circus has decided if you use horses and dogs, it's not as bad.
Oh, so they get the animals that we're a little more familiar with, fucking with.
I swear to God, one of the acts was, and it's very close because it's a small circus tent, so it's like old school. The horses ran around in a circle over and over again.
They must love that.
Over and over again.
Who
cares?
Like,
what are they doing?
And who cares? Like, is that amazing to watch?
And then the trainer was on another horse in the middle with a whip.
Of course.
And and everyone, you could tell everyone's watching that whip like, you better not fucking hit that fucking horse.
Fucking horse will come over there and punch you in the face.
And I don't know what else they really did. I think they, I think they twirled.
Yeah, oh my God, it's so small. The fucking...
Yeah, the ladder guy was good, but here's the problem with the Big Apple Circus. It's all the acts from America's Got Talent that get voted off. Yeah. So they have a place to go. Like, this guy is doing amazing things with this ladder. The ladder's in the middle of the square, this tiny little square they set up.
Yeah, it's just a straight ladder, but he's balancing on it.
Yeah, he's doing some impressive things, but who cares?
Yeah, it's great. I watch, people change my light bulbs in my house on one of those.
He's king of the ladder. Good for him.
Wow. Ooh, look out.
All right, and then...
death-defying ladder.
Then they had a juggler that dropped the ball like 3 times. You can't drop a ball if you're a juggler ever. You can't. He dropped it 3 times, but at the end, he was juggling 7 balls.
Why is it called, wait a minute, Big Apple Circus?
Right.
Luminosity?
What is luminosity?
I don't know, is that their theme?
There was no theme in this
There was no theme.
No, I didn't see any theme. Are you kidding me? Yeah, see, here's the guy that's like a clown without the clown makeup.
Big Crapple Circus, I say.
Attaboy, Aunt.
Yep.
It didn't hold our attention whatsoever. And then
the kids didn't even like,
we made a mistake of giving my kid cotton candy, which literally is like
a crack.
It's crack.
Yeah.
It's crack
cocaine.
It's crack cocaine for a kid. So he was out of his fucking mind.
Did the sugar get him a little hopped up?
Oh my God, he was kicking up. He was kicking everything.
Oh, that's a clown kind of a thing.
Why no makeup?
I don't know.
Maybe he's allergic to it.
The music's updated.
That's just it. Circuses are for fucking, like the 1800s.
If there was TV in the 1800s, circuses wouldn't have made it out of the first city.
No.
By the way, I could have just watched this online because it's everything I saw.
Yeah. Right.
This is
He's fucking spinning a plate around it. This entertainment stinks.
You don't find this entertaining?
No!
You know what his act was?
What?
He pulled the tablecloth off the table, and there were, like, stuff on it. My kid doesn't give a fuck about that.
He volunteer from the audience?
Volunteer from the audience. Get the kids involved.
Oh, look, she's
trying to spin a plate on a stick.
Stinks at it.
But it ain't happening.
If the shit had fallen all over the floor, that's what the kids would find entertaining.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
It was, and then they had the 2 guys that you got to make believe aren't gay that like do that weird like the one guy holds the other guy up by his hands.
Oh yeah. It's a lot of contact, a lot of balancing,
and they're like nose to nose at times.
Oh yeah, they are.
Oh, these 2.
Is this them?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, they're all America's Got Talent acts that failed.
You're absolutely right. That's what this is.
You son of bitches are in damn good shape.
They're in
arm strength.
All right.
Yeah, they are.
But this went on for 15 minutes. No kid wants to see this. They don't give a fuck.
Doing amyl nitrate poppers in between the fucking routines.
I was impressed because you're like, wow, that's pretty fucked up. But a kid doesn't understand yet that's pretty fucked up.
That's amazing, right.
To him, it's like, yeah, whatever. The one guy is literally balancing his entire body with his one hand on the top of the guy's head.
Yeah.
But to a kid, what does that mean?
Oh, my God. Now his fucking head is right in the other guy's ass.
Yeah. And
we chose radio.
And they were dressed up like construction.
So is everyone else.
They were dressed up like construction workers, and they took off their construction worker vest.
Nice. music. Listen to this music. It's like fucking... It sounds like the closing credits to Chips.
What's that?
Yeah.
This is it.
Ponch and John are chasing somebody down the I-5.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Nick in Ohio. Nick.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
You should have took that vaporizer pen with you, buddy. Could have been a lot better.
Now that guy makes a great point.
The old G-Pen.
If you caught a little buzz watching the circus.
G-Pen.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Thanks, sir.
That...
Is there any more to this?
I feel bad that you had to go to this. Oh, the teeter-totter where they
I didn't see this.
Fling people up. You didn't see this?
Then we left.
Oh, you left?
Yeah.
This was probably one of the big finales.
It looks like it might be the finale.
This is god-awful.
All right, the guy flipped up onto a chair that's like 50 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And onto stilts.
Yeah.
Is this disco Star Wars? This is horrible music.
I know. And he falls onto a fucking big fluffy thing.
He's on a mat.
Gives a turkey.
Wow, does the Big Apple Circus suck?
Yeah, put knives around and make them fall between them.
Yeah, do something.
Exactly.
Now,
a
Times Square tradition.
Oh, no. Blowjobs through walls?
Yeah, or it's a black guy with a CD that he punches you in the face if you don't buy it.
Oh. They're counting down what?
Yes.
6,
the Israelites.
The New Year.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it.
Just a dumb dance number?
That's it. That's it. What was that?
It's awful.
What was that?
Did you see that?
Yes, I didn't know what it was.
They were doing a reenactment of Times Square counting down New Year's Eve,
sure.
I guess.
Guy standing there pissing into a cup behind another guy.
But it doesn't work if there's only 10 people.
No.
True.
It only works if there's 2 million.
Oh, my God. This is awful.
This is terrible.
The non-profit Big Apple Circus is entertained.
What do you mean the non-profit?
Oh, now they're going to try to make us feel bad that it's for charity?
One ring tent.
Well, you know what? I think circuses that make a profit are way better.
Yeah.
Every year.
Apparently you
take
need
a profit.
That profit.
Please take a profit so I can see some cool shit.
Classic circus arts to enthusiastic.
Wait, do they use animals cruelly or no?
No, they use dogs and horses.
We are hard at work preserving
the dogs, I don't know, one dog. No, and then they had a little pony, those mini ponies, and
dog and pony show.
And it was a subway thing because the pony would run around in a circle but stop under these platforms, and these little dogs would jump on top to catch a ride to the next platform.
That sounds adorable.
It was amazing.
First resident hospital clowning program.
Oh, see, now they're going to the hospital with the clown. Look, just because you do good things for sick kids doesn't mean your circus doesn't blow.
The circus can't even afford makeup.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, it just reminded me of that awful sad story from yesterday.
Oh.
Just when they showed him, I was like, oh.
Progeria Sam?
Yeah, fuck.
You weren't here Friday.
No.
We were talking about Progeria Sam on Friday, saying how great he's doing and he should be around for at least a few more years. And as we're saying this on the radio, he was probably dying. And we brought him up out of nowhere. Do we have that clip from Friday?
Was it fast-paced and acrobatic, thrills and magical?
What?
That's what they're saying, the Big Apple Circus.
No, it was none of that.
None of those? None of the above?
No.
That looks awful.
But maybe it's meant for kids that are a little older than mine. I don't know.
I think it's meant for
I have no idea.
Kids that get no entertainment.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then they had the guy that, like, is a, he
leader?
Picks your pockets. That was pretty impressive.
Oh. Was that part of the show or just outside?
Brought a guy on stage, and by the end he had his wallet, his watch, his phone, his tickets, and the guy had no fucking idea.
Damn.
But then he did it over and over again.
To
show, look, it wasn't, I didn't just get lucky by doing
this.
So then he did it over and over and over again.
Enough.
And then he told the guy to go back to his seat 4 times. But...
Hold
on a minute, I still got your wallet.
I still got that.
So he put the wallet back in, and then he put the wallet back in, and then showed that he actually didn't put the wallet back in because he showed it behind his head. So we could be in on the gag. And then he goes, all right, go back to your seat. You got everything now. And then, oh, wait, one moment. And then he goes, is this yours?
See.
And it was his fucking cell phone. And then,
spoiler alert.
Then he goes, you should keep the cell phone in your front pocket. So he puts the cell phone back in his front pocket.
But he didn't really.
You're absolutely right. You know how this goes. And then he showed the cell phone behind the guy's head. So we're still in on the joke.
Uh-huh.
And then that went on about 2 or 3 more times before he fucking
enough.
let this guy sit.
Jesus.
And I swear to you, if I saw especially my son having a good time, I wouldn't care.
Of course.
But I'm like, holy fuck, he doesn't give a fuck about this. He wanted to go home, and we set it up as his big surprise for the day.
Yeah.
And he goes, I liked my surprise, but I didn't like any of that stuff going on.
Oh, see, he knows that shit. It's like, yeah, I like that. You know, I appreciate the effort.
That you gave me a surprise today.
I like that you put in the effort, Pops, but wow.
I don't want you to feel bad, but
yeah,
I didn't like that.
I remember when my dad used to try to do things like that.
Surprises?
Yeah, like weekend things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We'd do weekend things, and then we would go to, like, Adventureland out there in Farmingdale.
Right.
And I wouldn't want to go on any of the rides because I was scared.
Even the Adventureland rides?
Yeah.
This is like a mini theme park for
it's just terrible.
The rest of the country.
It's a terrible place.
Everything is just smaller in scale.
And then my dad would ask me a viable question. Why do I have to be such a faggot?
Well, could you answer the question? Because we've been mulling the same one. Mulling. I know.
I love it.
But he would get annoyed that you didn't go on the rides.
Yeah, you know.
But how old were you?
I was probably
39.
I guess I was 7 or 8, something like that.
Oh my God!
And
gotta have a little understanding.
Nah, at that point, you know,
7-year-old,
I was being a little faggot. Joe would go, even my sister Dawn. I'd have to sit there at the bottom of the... Remember that one... I don't know if you remember the one ride at Adventureland. You got in a little car,
right?
And it would go straight up,
right,
through the middle of this like rocket-looking thing.
I know which one you're talking about.
And then it would come out the top, and then it would just spiral its way,
all the
down,
way down to the bottom.
To the bottom. I didn't want to go on that.
What?
Because I was scared.
I was sticking up for you.
So I had to stand there while I watched my dad and my little sister go on the ride because she wasn't scared of it. And then I would just stand there and, you know, have to be like, oh,
your tummy hurt?
My tummy, yeah, I got a stomach ache. That was my battle cry.
Oh, no.
My battle cry was, I got a stomach ache. Yeah. But that's all right. And then we would go to bars and stuff, and Dad would drink and talk to people that he probably owed money to while we sat and drank Shirley Temples in a booth.
But that sounds
somewhere.
Like fun.
That was fun. That was a fun weekend.
Yeah, when my dad brought me into a bar or something when I was a kid, that was like, holy fuck.
Or we'd go to fishing. We'd go fishing sometimes. We would take a rowboat out of Northport.
That's nice.
And
you guys could only afford a rowboat?
It was a little rowboat. Well, it was like Uncle Mario had
we had no money, but our boat had a fucking motor on it when we went fishing.
Uncle Mario had a rowboat, and we used to go see him. And
you had to row out to the middle of the...
Dad would fucking
the harbor or whatever,
get on them oars and row out, and I would get seasick and start crying, and I would lay my head down on the bottom of the boat, and then the bait crabs got in my hair.
But did you scream?
Oh, boy, did I ever. I'm sure my dad probably just wanted to throw me overboard at that point.
But you didn't mean for the bait crabs to get in there?
No, I was petrified.
So you felt
bait crabs.
How did they fucking, how did you notice they were in your hair?
I felt them crawling around in my hair.
Holy How many were there?
Shit. There were a lot. They were covering my head because I had to lay down in the bottom of a rowboat. I'm laying down on the wood.
Why would you have the crabs just on the bottom of the rowboat? Why wouldn't they be in a bucket?
They probably snuck out of something.
They were tipped over or something. My dad was probably reaching for another alcoholic beverage, and it fell over.
And they saw your giant mat of brown salvation and went to hiding it.
Saw that afro. Thought it was a coral reef.
Like, oh, good, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs is on the boat with hiding his hair.
Yes. Oh, all the fun things.
Very good. By the way, speaking of like kid entertainment in New York in general, Big Apple Circus. Good seg here. The man dressed as Woody from Toy Story arrested for groping women in Times Square. These guys are fucking creeps, man.
It's about time to get rid of those fucking things. They're
useless. We've talked about these guys over the years, right?
Yeah. I'm not one to, hey, get that out of there. Get that out of Times Square. They are nothing but annoying, in the way, and potentially dangerous.
I hate when the city regulates shit, but then you realize, like, they don't have a choice after a while.
Yeah.
Like the pedicabs, they were kind of cool and they popped up at first, and then there were hundreds of them out of nowhere, and so now they had figured they had to kind of regulate the whole business.
Yeah, they were just fucking up traffic. And
because I hate when the city gets involved with anything, but I think they got to regulate these assholes.
Yeah.
Because they're groping. One guy pushed a kid because the mom didn't tip after they took a picture.
See, I think people get confused when they look at the cute little cartoony faces
in Times Square.
Because underneath there
are animals.
Are literally criminals. They're fucking the dregs of society, criminals that if they weren't wearing that suit, you would push your kid away and guide them away from these people. Right. Just because they're in some suit, these dumb tourists think it's okay to put your kid in their fucking arms? Right. You dummies.
Right.
I think that people assume that they work for somebody official there.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Oh, they wouldn't be here if they didn't work for the city.
Because you're a rube.
Yeah. That ham-handed segue.
Yes.
And more are popping up down there in Times Square. Down there, we're pretty much in Times Square right here. We're down one of the side streets to Times Square for the people that care.
Yeah, why should it make a difference that somebody's dressed like fucking Elmo? That you then have this trust that you thrust your dumb kid in their fucking arms so they could grope them?
Google image Times Square. Is it Elmo? And then they all pop up where they're in handcuffs with their head off. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and believe me, when that head comes off of these fucking things, it's never what you expect.
Yeah. No. That fucking head come off?
Yeah. There you go. There's one being hauled away into the NYPD vehicle. He has to hold his Elmo head as he's handcuffed.
Oh, poor cop's got to put an Elmo head in his trunk. Smell that fucking horrible. You know what those things smell like? The stink.
Wow. Well, let's go back to our bit.
Oh, that was the Philly Fanatic.
One of the worst smells. Okay, and we had to smell some shit over the years with this radio show.
The old Philly Fanatic.
But the Philly Fanatic could be one of the worst smells we ever smelled in studio.
Philly Fanatic.
And we smelled rank pussy and fucking dripping assholes and all sorts of stuff.
Someone mentioned me the baby diaper mustache last night. What smelled worse, that or the Philly Fanatic?
Philly Fanatic.
Philly Fanatic.
Because it was
so bad.
Because it was sour. It was like it was foreign, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, in a weird way, shit is horrible, but you know it's shit. With the Philly Fanatic, it was like years of BO and
swampland.
It was brutal, man.
Oil refinery. Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Anyway, this guy, man dressed as Toy Story character, arrested in Times Square on sex abuse charges. Jose Vasquez, 44, was charged with multiple counts of sex abuse and forcibly touching after police said they saw him groping women in Times Square while dressed as Woody from Toy Story. How do you get that done?
What a guy.
What do you put your arm around, and maybe grab a tit or something?
Maybe you do that.
That's kind of ballsy,
man.
Grab
a tit.
It's not hard to figure out, to point you out.
If they're next to you and you just fucking grab their snatch.
Grab their ass
while
a
they're
bit.
next to you. Put your arm down the front and just grab her snatch.
I figure if you get punched, it won't hurt as much because you got the giant helmet on.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
And to the people in this business, you did it to yourselves because I don't like this, but the next line is the Times Square Alliance is now calling for greater regulations of costume characters. You guys did it to yourselves.
Yeah.
Because you got to now regulate these idiots down there.
Got to self-police and fucking kick some of these guys' asses.
Right.
Get them out of there.
They want them licensed and regulated.
Good.
First of all, to be licensed, to be something, they're not paying a fee to use the images of these characters.
Right.
Like, do you think Disney wants how protective they are of everything?
Mm-hmm.
That they want some guy in Times Square representing a Disney character?
Well,
fuck no.
Here's a witness. The first time we heard about this was a coworker who came into the office and said, "On my way to work today, Elmo just pinched me on the bottom."
Oh.
Some of them can be up in your face. They're a little bit of pushing and shoving to try and get tips. Yeah, they're very aggressive if you don't tip them. Because you just assume, I'm walking through Times Square. Oh, look, you got a kid. Oh, fucking Woody from Toy Story. Go get a picture. But they don't want that. They want a fucking tip.
Yeah.
Period. They're not doing this for fun whatsoever.
Yeah, Woody Washington. That's who's in that suit. It's Woody. Yo, Woody Washington.
It was actually Vasquez.
Yeah, Vasquez is.
I think he was
a Hispanic gentleman.
Yes, I believe so. So
yeah, just don't fucking, don't pay these guys to fucking smell up your kids. What's wrong with you people? So trusting. People are idiots.
I know we got a lot of hunters out there. This story bothers me. I gotta say it. The Black Rhino thing.
Oh yeah. I'm not into this. I'm not into that big game hunting shit.
I know we fucking get killed for taking this stance on this one. I don't know. What do you think the percentage of people are?
I think a lot of people also agree with
against this. You think?
Oh yeah.
Black Rhino hunting permit auctioned for $350,000. Proceeds will go to conservation efforts. So they're killing a black rhino to get some things done is basically what they're trying to say.
Got to sacrifice one. The need of the many outweigh the need of the few or the one.
Well, they sold the permit. Is a guy going to use the permit? Because the money, he said, went to whatever.
A permit to hunt an endangered African black rhino. What?
There you go.
Why would you want to do that?
Us?
But why would you want to do that? Like, what kind of a cunt are you that you want to go and hunt something?
Commander McBragg.
Who's that?
There I was.
Right.
Africa, deepest darkest Africa. A black rhino was charging at me.
Oh, my goodness. Whatever did you do, McBragg?
Well, I grabbed my fucking...
And then he fucking kills him somehow. I don't know.
It's a specific rhino.
What?
Like, the permit is for it.
One rhino, not a type.
A specific...
Wow, it's a fucking bounty on one guy?
It's an old rhino that apparently they plan on taking out anyway because he's aggressive towards other rhinos.
Because he's a rhino.
How about they just let nature do its job and fucking don't get their greedy cocksucker hands in there?
Because this way they get $350,000.
But I'm not... I don't know if I'm buying it. It seems like they're trying to justify it a little bit. Like, look, before you get all mad and outraged, it's an older one. We got to get rid of him anyway because he's being aggressive to everybody else.
I got an idea. Bare hands.
Nice.
You just have to use your bare hands and see if you can take down the old rhino. You're just punching a rhino in his face. Your fists are bleeding.
And this is why these guys are so fucking hateable, because the auction took place Saturday night in downtown Dallas under tight security and behind closed doors. You fucking cocksuckers want to go out and hunt something with with a gun, that's fine, but you want to do your thing, like, all secret? Where's your balls?
Yeah.
You got guns.
Yeah.
Oh, the black rhino you're not scared of. Some big, dumb, lurking idiot in the fucking, just wants to bully a few other rhinos and feel good about himself.
I'm sure they wanted to fucking cut down on the heckling and yelling and protesters that are so fucking annoying on either side.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying...
Murderer! But you're trying to just talk with your friends. Murderer! Murderer! You! Murderer! Oh, I'm just trying to have a beer here with my pal.
I love the best part of those is, no, let him talk.
Let him talk.
Let him talk.
How about I would defend his right to say it? Shut up.
Don't take him out. Let him talk.
Oh, nothing better than hearing that and then the clicking of that taser.
Oh, that was great.
The tickety-tick of the taser.
Don't tase me, bro.
Don't tase me, bro.
I don't know. Like Travis said, this rhino's old, male, and non-breeding. Oh. And the animal was likely to be targeted for removal anyway because it was becoming aggressive and threatening other wildlife.
Removal.
You let nature take care of that shit. He's a dick rhino.
And then the money will be used for some good things.
Will they grind up his horn for some fucking Japanese dick powders?
Probably.
The Japanese love their rhino horn dick powder.
One of our sponsors, I think.
Ever see
Japanese rhino dick horn powder dick?
You watch any of those shows like Bizarre Food and all that?
Yeah.
And they'll travel to Japan or one of those Asian nations.
Hong Kong?
No, not Hong Kong this time.
Okay. Sorry.
Not this time.
Oh, all right.
And they go to the food markets, the horrible food markets.
Yeah.
And they'll just show a pile of black rhino fucking horns.
Horns. Oh.
And I just automatically get so depressed for human nature.
It really is.
You know it's happening,
retarded.
But then they just have a whole bin, and it's just hundreds of animals, and it's just in some shitty food
slaughtered
fucking food market now. Oh God!
Because they think, that it's going to do something for their fucking inadequate dick.
to their peenies.
Yep.
To their peenies. So when are they going to kill the black rhino? And what are they doing? And the other part I don't like about this is it's usually like in just an enclosed area, more or less, right?
Yeah, what do? They
didn't really have to hunt the thing.
Put them on one side of the field, you're on the other, and you just got to fucking make your shot.
Yeah, go at it.
Yeah, just some fucking jerk-off trying to make himself feel better about himself. Look what I did.
And you could take that picture next to it.
Yeah, look at my picture. Look what I did. Look what I did.
Look what I did.
My gun, I shot the thing. It was running, but I shot it. Look what I did. Fucking assholes. And all you hunters that get mad when I say this, A, too bad. B, I'm not talking about the guys that hunt and eat. There's a difference between a deer hunter who got, like Ted Nugent, as annoying as he can be. The guy, I think, just does hunt things. And
he reminds you that he uses every single part of the animal.
Fine. I got no issue with
feeds
that.
the hungry and homeless with the meat that he kills. I
have no issue with that.
Yeah, not at all.
But if you spend that much money and actually want to use a permit to go and kill an endangered species, I hope your fucking plane goes down and you're the only one who's killed. Everyone else survives. And
how about the plane crashes in the Serengeti and you're wounded enough where you can't really move, and then you start hearing stuff like out in the middle of oh man, and then they just fucking eat you.
And I think the problem here is if this goes well, then they got to find another old black rhino, but then they're like, you know what? Oh, this one's sort of old. This one's sort of old. And then you fast forward 5 years and they're just fucking taking out rhinos left and right.
Some young baby rhino jumping around, playing and frolicking. They just put a slug through his head.
You know? Because how do you say no to that money if this goes well? And I guess it did.
Yeah.
Because they made $350,000 off it. Of course they're going to want to do it next year.
Yeah.
So like, all right, you think there's another old rhino out there somewhere? We could use another $350,000.
You ever see those piles of buffalo skulls from the 1800s on the plains when they used to
just that shit bothers the fuck
blast
out of
the
me.
fucking buffaloes, and after they would strip everything that they needed, the pelts and everything, they would stack these skulls up. And Sam, if you could find that, it's 1800s buffalo skull mounds, I guess. You cannot imagine there were even that many buffalo when you look at how many fucking skulls.
That's a pile of skulls?
Right there. Look at that.
We just suck.
Those are buffalo skulls.
No way. You
That's
sure that's
insane.
You sure that's not just more of the animal?
No.
That's just the skulls?
Just the skulls. They grind them up and make fertilizer out of it.
We put all this stuff on our Facebook page, right?
Yeah.
What is our Facebook page these days?
It's a mountain.
O&A Show? O&A Show on Facebook. That pile, if let's say it's a 6-foot man, that's 1, 2, 3. That could be 30 feet high.
Yeah, and just way out over
and way
the
out to the
sides
sides. At least I don't know. I'd have to say at least 30 to 40 yards sideways, right?
Yeah, it's a crazy amount. And there were a bunch of those piles, and they would just grind it up and make fertilizer.
What do you mean a bunch of piles?
They killed so many buffalo.
How many buffalo did we have at one time?
Here the plains were alive with buffalo, like herds that you would see. You couldn't not see the herd.
No, people used to want a home.
Yeah,
where the buffalo would fucking hang out and walk around.
What do you mean you couldn't see the herd?
Like you couldn't see where it ended or began. It would go to the horizon and to the left and right, either way. Like it was full of buffalo, just fucking packed.
Wow.
Giant herds of buffalo. And then when they put the railroad through and stuff, people would just shoot them out the windows of the train just for fun.
Jesus.
Just blast them out the window.
And now what, we have 100?
Now there's like 10 left. I don't know. Fucking we make burgers out of them.
There's so few rhinos, they actually know them by name.
Yeah.
Well, he bought a permit to shoot Herb. Who's Herb? He's that dick rhino that was bullying Jerry, Mary, and Teddy. Oh, no. Why do they all have American names in Africa? I don't know, because Jim doesn't improv foreign names.
Yeah, apparently that's
I've never
true,
seen the pile of skulls before.
And they were killing off the number one food source of the American Indians, so that kind of helped too. You know, you want to get rid of your
what was our
enemy.
What was our main reason for killing all the buffalo?
Oh, there was no heat back then. Oh,
so
you would fucking take those big furry things and wrap them around you. Make all kinds of fun stuff out of it.
I think the idea of extinction back then, too, because growth wasn't as fast as it is now. I think just the concept that we're going to wipe out a species didn't mean as much, because survival was a little more...
You probably never thought you could do it.
Yeah, and it just didn't pretty resonate, whereas now I think people are kind of okay with the natural enemies and elements.
Yeah. It is pretty amazing to think that back then there was the capability of really impacting a whole species.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, because you'd think, how many people are out there out west shooting these things? It couldn't possibly add up. And then you look like, what were they using? Fucking machine guns?
Right.
These are all single-shot fucking... little Winchesters.
The human perspective is really strange.
Yeah.
Look at that pile of buffalo skulls, and I swear, you could show that picture to 100 people today, they wouldn't be that faced.
No.
You know, but if it's people, you know.
Oh, well, that would be.
Then it's like a major deal.
Cambodia, the Khmer Rouge did that many skulls, and they were human.
But that's because of the human perspective. I mean, if you look at it like the universe, I think the universe, whatever that is, would have a major
problem with that. You think like the essence of the universe would look at that and say, oh, that wasn't what you were supposed to do with those things. You weren't supposed to do that.
It's all about what we see as human beings.
Yeah.
But the universe doesn't fucking look at it that way whatsoever. Unbelievable.
Yeah, pass that fucking vaporizer over here now. You've had it, you've had it long enough. You've had it long enough.
It's just sitting there. I don't know what I want to do with my pot.
You're gonna vape, dude?
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe every if it makes me sleep better.
Dude, if it helped me sleep better, I'd fucking eat pot out of an HIV positive asshole if it helped me sleep better.
Whoa.
Maybe not.
Maybe not, yeah.
Oh, we have the Sam clip from Friday? We have that, right, Travis? All right, we'll play it after the break, because I think it's break time anyway.
All righty.
And then we got to get into the A-Rod thing.
A-Rod.
And other stuff, too.
I know you say that we're some sick motherfuckers. Cause where it's cold, there's the ice road truckers. And when we come to your town, the shit goes down. We're sick fucking puppies. The sick fucking puppies. We're sick fucking puppies. The sick fucking puppies. We're sick fucking puppies. The sick fucking puppies. The sick fucking puppies. The sick fucking puppies. Bark it up, you tree.
Clean the bowl with your sock. Opie and Anthony are back.
How's everyone doing?
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Fucking lovely.
Well, on Friday, we talked about Sam. Progeria Sam.
Little Progeria Sam.
I think Anthony was the one that turned us on to this documentary on HBO.
Sam Burns, yeah.
Sam Burns. I loved it. Yeah. But we were talking about this on Friday out of nowhere. Do we have the clip, Travis, that we can play really fast? I'll tell you that HBO documentary on Sam,
yes.
The Progeria kid turned me around for real.
That's a great one. Little Progeria kid. Yeah.
I didn't kid in the Massachusetts area.
Yep.
What happened? He's the longest living Progeria kid at this point, I think.
What is he, 17?
17, 18.
He's fucking...
How old does he look?
Amazingly smart.
108 for real.
For real?
There he is.
Yeah, look.
Oh.
But he is the coolest dude going, man. But that kid turned me around to
and his
parents working their asses off to try to figure it out.
They're pretty much one step away from just having test tubes and beakers in their house and mixing shit up.
The mom is an amazing individual, and she figured out a lot of stuff.
Great documentary.
That has prolonged his life, and it looks like he's gonna have at least a few more years, and most people are long gone by his age.
Whoops.
That was Friday.
He's not the oldest living Progeria kid. I mean, like, you know, he died. Right. He wasn't the oldest living one. There's one who's 20. I certainly am not a Progeria kid. I'm a healthy adult male.
I know, Jimmy.
There's a 20-year-old Progeria kid.
Wow.
Who I think is the oldest one.
That was Friday. We were talking about it out of nowhere. And young Sam Burns died a few hours after that discussion we had on the radio.
Got a couple more years.
Kind of creepy.
No.
And someone pointed out on Twitter, we've done that a few times, where we'll talk about someone out of nowhere, and then, you know.
Oh, yeah?
The person fucking dies after that. I don't know.
Yeesh.
Yeah. So what happened to Sam Burns?
They just said, succumbed to
progeria.
Complications due to progeria.
How old was he, 17?
17.
And he was supposed to be, what, the honorary captain for the Pats game?
Yeah, the Pats game. Yeah, that didn't happen.
Wow.
How sad, man. The day before such a nice...
Yeah.
It's fucking awful, dude.
Yeah.
That really depressed me when I read that, because he was such a likable... And you just realize, like, no matter all the love and all the hard work, and maybe it bought him a little extra time, but they just couldn't fix him in time.
Probably a couple of years, maybe.
Yeah, that's just, fucking genetic anomaly there.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
But it's so full of life, it makes you wake the fuck up. Oh, really? I'm bothered by this little thing in my life?
It's all relative.
Yeah.
If you're going to fucking eke it out till 75, 80 years old, or, maybe you take a few days and you just relax on the couch.
But that guy wasn't...
At the lifespan of a mayfly, you're going to fucking be every day as
But he wasn't bothered by anything. He was full of life. We whine and complain all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about everyone. Yeah. Everyone! Yeah, that was horrible news.
I liked that everybody was really nice to him, though.
Yeah. He really kind of... Before that, all you got was that Maury Povich exploitation kind of,
Put them in a wastebasket.
Yeah, put them in a fucking, let's see how small they are,
right.
Put them in a little small setting, let's hear them talk in that voice, and we'll have them read lines from the Lollipop Guild and shit like that.
Did he really have them do that?
No.
Oh,
but
he did play hide and seek, though, with the
primordial dwarfs.
The primordial dwarfs.
Oh, what's the difference?
There you are. I see you in the bookshelf.
You found me, Maury.
Oh, God.
You ever see that?
I did, but I thought they were Progeria kids or not.
Becky, you're in the garbage pail.
That's right, Maury.
She's looking up.
Oh, God.
Looking up from the garbage pail at Maury.
They're different. They look like those little things from the Dark Crystal.
Wow, very good.
And
they live a lot longer.
Do they?
I believe so, yeah. I think they make it to, their 30s.
Oh, wow. But...
fun fact.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
He was like the first kid that you got to hear speak at length about progeria and just, his life, what he does.
Before that, no one even thought about it.
No.
They're like, oh, wow, that's pretty fucked up. Anyway,
moving on.
Want to go get a beer or something?
Yeah. That's the problem with those diseases where it's like, hey, lucky you. That's 1 in a quadrillion people that get this. Because then you don't get the medical attention.
You get the funding.
And the funding because people say, well, we got to play the numbers here.
You got diabetes and MS. And
your kid kind of doesn't fall into that category. But then his parents, both being doctors, kind of brought it out into the forefront.
Right.
And they were very educated and articulate in conveying what was needed for these kids and stuff. And I think they made an impact. I think they put a dent in it. Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. I think it'll get a lot more attention. I'm sure the parents' work will still continue with progeria kids and whatever. They were good people.
They were
definitely
good people. Solid.
And
people.
Godspeed. Into your next fucking whatever it is.
Well, we move on to Governor Christie, who's keeping very quiet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For a politician that likes to be front and center, he's being very quiet since his almost 2-hour press conference. Hour and 48 minutes, whatever it was.
Yeah, you could speculate that he spoke so much at the press conference that he's just letting that settle in and letting the investigators do their investigating.
If he truly feels like he didn't know shit, you got to think he'd be out front and center everywhere. Just keep pushing.
That
keep
almost
pushing
looks
that
like
point.
thou protesteth too much, though. He was up there for fucking a long time,
and that's
saying
strange
over
to me.
and over again.
Almost like he was trying to convince himself. If I stay up here long enough.
Here's my take on it. I don't think he had anything to do with the execution of this whatsoever. I don't think he was in on any planning. Where I have my doubts is that after it happened, And in between, when it became exposed, was there any
cover-up
finagling going on about him saying, all right, how do we keep this quiet or something?
Oh, boy,
when
that's
did
even
he
worse.
find out about it, and what did he say? He said he found out about it with everyone else, on the news. But if it turns out he found out about it beforehand and was trying to cover it up, he's done. Then he's done.
He found out way before he said he did.
You
What did he
think?
say after his workout?
He's like, I worked out.
Oh, man.
And then I found out when everybody else did.
No way. There's no way.
That's what he says.
When there were rumblings.
That's his stomach. He was very hungry. Very hungry.
What do you think, Jimmy?
I don't know. I mean,
We didn't talk to you after his press conference because you were in North Carolina.
I think he might have found out. There's something. maybe I'm just being naive, but there's something about the way he denied it which was convincing. Like when he says things like, "I never would have been out there joking if I had known."
Makes sense.
And that also does make perfect sense.
Throwing in words like unequivocally, like I did not know. Let me say this again. Like it doesn't leave you any wiggle room.
Maybe he's a good lawyer.
Maybe.
But he's also, by lying like that, if he's lying, he's he's giving himself not 1 ounce of room to go, I meant something else. Usually they keep it ambiguous when they're like, I did not know about this, or like they don't state it with such certainty and absolution.
Yeah.
But maybe he did know after, and maybe that's what he was trying to clear himself of before he spoke.
My staff was briefing me earlier about, like, you would say something like that.
Yeah.
Like that leaves you like, yeah, well, I told you, my staff told me when I said they were briefing me on. He's like, nope, nothing, knew nothing. Did you see someone put his face in the Sergeant Schultz helmet?
Yeah, I did.
I know nothing. he looked the part.
Yeah.
Big fat head.
Leno had a good joke, though. He's denying everything. He's sounding even more presidential.
Yeah, that was good. That is good.
Where's Leno going? He ain't retiring. What's the rumblings? What do you know, Jimmy?
I think he has to, I'm guessing he has to sit for a while because his staff is being paid throughout their contract, I think, which I believe goes till, I want to say the end of 2014 or early 2015. It's a year early, I think, that they're pushing him out. I don't know where he's going. Believe me. I hope it's on the West Coast and that they continue to fly me out there.
Yeah.
But I have no idea.
What is it about Leno? Why are they pushing him out a year early when he's still doing it, right? He still has good ratings.
The argument that they probably made, from what I've heard, I think maybe it was in the paper article we read, Lauren said to, again, NBC, how much of a head start are you going to give Kimmel? So Kimmel going to 11:30 might have forced NBC's hand, because they might have been like, well, Kimmel's going to build up this nice following, and then when it's Jimmy's time, people will be so used, that's my guess, so used to turning on Kimmel at this time.
I've also read that they really wanted to use the Olympics as...
a launch pad kind of a thing?
No,
maybe.
A springboard.
Oh, a springboard. I go with launch pad.
Damn it!
I go with teeter-totter with a rock at the end to drop on it.
Fair enough.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, I don't know.
Leno goes to CNN.
I've heard that. I've also heard Fox. I've heard ABC.
He's not retiring, though. He's got a few years left in him.
Fucking Fallon, man. Jesus Christ, did he step in shit? It's amazing.
He's great.
He pops on there.
He's great.
He does a talk show that people, I think everybody gets that doubt when somebody gets a new talk show.
Yeah.
The first thing you say is, oh, that'll never last. After one show, they're like, oh, he sucks. And then in 5 short years, he's fucking lands the Tonight Show.
Conan must be fucking livid.
Oh.
But he's doing great where he is, right?
I was passed over!
He's doing great where he is. All his supporters are watching his show.
TBS, very funny.
Right? He's doing great over there, isn't he?
If something's funny and no one's there to hear it, is it really funny?
But Conan also, he wouldn't... The same situation would have happened. It's not like he would have gotten the Tonight Show and been successful. Anyway, the whole thing about Jimmy Fallon is that he's treating it like you're supposed to treat a Tonight Show now, and doing stuff for the internet. And
yes, it's got to be updated and current and things like that, like Kimmel has done with his show. Yes, Conan's still old school. He's not that young upstart anymore.
No.
He's been at it 20 years, I think.
Yeah.
Lauren's getting the fucking... The franchise, man. Everything. And then, because who's taking over?
Seth Meyers.
Seth Meyers takes over fucking Fallon's spot.
Is he going to be good, you think?
I don't know.
He's a funny guy. He's
I'm just going to say fail. It's going to fail.
No, you watch him on fucking Weekend Update, the guy he's a great deliverer of jokes, and he's confident.
I think he'll be okay.
I think he'll be good, but he's not quite as charming as Jimmy Fallon is.
Well, that's true.
Need a little of that charm.
That
Fallon
Jimmy Fallon
is a charming motherfucker.
That's gonna
like that pig Arnold from Green Acres.
You think we'll get Fallon on our show again?
Maybe he's staying in New York.
Yes. I say yes.
He's keeping the show in New York. He's taking the show to New York.
That's the cool thing.
Yeah.
They're going back to New York with it.
Carson's old studio.
That is amazing.
What's in there now?
I don't know.
What have they done with Carson's studio since?
And where is it?
It's here in New York. I don't know
It's
exactly.
not 30 Rock, though?
It may be. I don't know.
Why don't you know?
Not helping.
Yeah, find out what's in Carson's studio.
Jesus Christ.
Has it been just sitting there waiting?
Yeah, it's just sitting there still. Fucking...
I don't. That studio thing is like, they filmed Get Smart in this space.
Get Smart.
Who cares?
It is funny that you do kind of put this reverence in a place.
You hear it all the time in Hollywood. On this lot they did I Love Lucy. All right, great.
That right there is Desi's bungalow, where he
but it doesn't look
put
like
in a lot of bung.
But it doesn't look like it did in the past. If they kept it as it was, then that would be kind of cool, I guess.
It really is just a warehouse that you replace you strip it down to stone.
Yeah, it's an empty space.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You weren't thinking about the fact that the Beatles were standing on that stage playing the Ed Sullivan
Not
Theater?
really.
Yeah.
Not really, because it doesn't look like the Ed Sullivan
it doesn't.
studio. Yes, E-Rock.
Cold. Fallon is using Carson's old studio, and Seth Meyers is using the old Caroline Ray studio, which has been pretty empty for a while.
What are they going to do at Fallon's studio? Which was Conan's old studio.
He's staying in that. No, Conan was out in L.A. Conan in New York was using Letterman's old studio. It's now Dr. Oz's
What's
studio.
going on? You all right?
Wait.
He's nervous.
Are you okay?
No, I'm
what
trying
happened?
Not to,
He's out of
sneeze.
breath.
What? Were you out of breath?
No, I'm
How's
sick.
the diet going? Exercise? You still doing it?
You got
Still
sick?
doing it, yeah.
I'm
trying to.
Long walk up the hallway?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I did Friday night videos in Conan's old studio years ago.
Yes.
It's very.
Stop at the old studio thing. I don't care.
I like saying old studio.
I don't care. It means nothing.
Makes me feel like I've been around the business a while.
Yes,
like I've been around the block.
But it's just like Sam said. It's an empty warehouse space that they make into something cool.
They can
looking.
make this into a TV studio.
Yeah, what was this before
you
it
can't.
was serious?
Apparently not.
What?
Pharrell studio.
No, what was this before it was even a fucking XM studio? Like
financial floor or something?
Yeah, like, oh boy, did I tell you that this where we're sitting, stocks were being traded?
And who's Caroline Ray?
Remember Caroline Ray? She did
Barely.
the comic show.
Was she the blonde?
Yeah. She was on that. What was the show?
Was she the first host of Biggest Loser?
I think she might have been. Now you mention it.
I think she was trying to capitalize on the success of like Rosie. She was trying to do like a Rosie type show.
Rosie left.
Yeah.
She was on that Teenage Witch show.
Yeah, Sabrina. That's
Sabrina,
the one.
right?
But why would you bring up the
Yes,
fact that they're using Caroline Ray's old studio?
The old studio?
I get to.
She was barely in it. I don't think she lasted a year.
I know.
A studio with a rich broadcasting tradition.
It's
like
connected.
Caroline Ray. And
Where's Woody? On Fox, film director missed his honor.
It's because he never shows up at those
They had
award
Diane
shows.
Keaton accept the award last night, and now Fox is all about it. Where's Woody?
I'll bet you that they're talking about.
Hold on. Join us with the highlights and the lowlights from last night.
No.
Oh,
they won't.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Bye, Dominic. Ahead on the right.
I bet he gets his
right.
fucking... I bet he sends a legal team after anyone that even fucking mentions it. And they don't even want to be bothered.
You read about the tweets that his estranged son and
certainly
Mia
did.
Farrow were tweeting?
Yeah, we got to talk about what. Well, that son might be Frank Sinatra's son.
He's
that kid,
fucking
right?
looks just like a young Sinatra.
Your son.
The New York papers did something on that recently. Many years they thought it was Woody's son, biologically anyway, and now they're starting to hint that it looks like it could be Frank Sinatra's son.
What I read,
with Mia Farrow.
Mia Farrow is saying, yeah, it could be Sinatra's son. It could be.
But no DNA test for that. This is what bothers me. Why wouldn't you do a DNA test to determine who? If he hates Woody so much, and he obviously does, why wouldn't he want that fucking completely wiped clean from the record?
Woody's son hates him?
Ronan Farrow.
Yeah.
Based on the tweet that he sent.
Yeah, what was the tweet he sent? Do we have that tweet in front of us?
We do. Tweet. I believe we do.
Look, let's start by saying that we're all Woody Allen fans. He certainly makes some amazing...
I don't like the guy, really.
I love him.
You don't like his movies?
No. I really don't.
I got the tweet here if you
Why
want.
not? Why not?
It's really odd to say, and it sounds like, I'm I'm joking and stuff, but I honestly think he's very over-fucking-rated.
You never really liked his stuff, huh?
I don't like his style of comedy. I don't like his... Yeah. It's supposedly like this genius element in his movies, but I've seen a lot of goofiness and slapstick and just shit that I never really considered amazing comedy.
What about Zelig?
To me. Zelig Schmelig.
That was brilliant. Like,
Annie Hall.
Annie Hall, Annie Schmall. That's what I say.
Whoa. Was that the one he did? I think it was Annie Hall, where they're online debating some director or whatever, some author, and the pompous asshole behind them is going, well, no, technically. And then from off screen, the author just walks on and says what an asshole this guy really is. And then there was weird little shit like he did like that.
Brilliant.
Brilliant, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying, he just doesn't have some fucking shit going on, some talent, but I mean, I think it's way overrated. I find his movies a chore to watch. A lot of times they're just fucking dull.
See Midnight in Paris?
No, I haven't seen that one.
That was a good movie, too.
I didn't see that one.
Colin hated that movie.
Did he?
Yeah.
Why? What was his take on it?
Probably because it was fun and happy for all.
Yeah.
No, I think he just thought the message was stupid, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I can't speak for Colin.
I mean, who writes lines like, "These pretzels are making me thirsty"? It makes sense. It's from a Woody Allen movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretzels will make a person thirsty depending on the salt.
Yeah.
Is that Seinfeld?
Sure. Of course it is.
I heard he got me twice on Friday. 2 of them went over my head on Friday, shit. I heard. So what was the tweet? So Woody Allen got some kind of Lifetime, was it the Vanguard?
What is the
I don't know this shit.
Video Vanguard Award.
What is
your Vanguard?
What kind of award was
Lifetime Achievement
in film?
Vanguard.
What was it for?
It was for his lifetime in film.
It was the Cecil B. DeMille.
Oh, the Cecil B. DeMille, right.
Cecil B. DeMille. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
And then Woody's son, Woody wasn't at this thing to get the award.
No.
He doesn't really show up to these things in general, right?
No.
Why?
It's just who he is. The Tonight Show, I heard, offered him the entire hour. He could play clarinet, do whatever the fuck for an hour, Woody could have just stood on a box and fucking tap dance while juggling apples.
Yes.
And he wouldn't take it. He will not do it. It's just not what he likes.
Didn't it used to be like Oscar night? He would fucking go and play clarinet down at that fucking bar.
At least he's been consistent with that shit. Like, he's not a fake when it comes to not going to the thing. He just wants no part of it.
Or maybe he knows he can't keep his creep inside.
His personal life, personal.
He probably can't keep that creep.
Once you marry your adopted daughter, you probably have decided not to open yourself up to questioning.
Good point.
Before that, though, even before that, he was fucking...
So what did the Sun say about Woody not being at the Golden Globes for the Lifetime Achievement Award?
He tweeted, "Missed the Woody Allen tribute. Did they put the part where a woman publicly confirmed he molested her at age 7 before or after Annie Hall?"
I could answer that. I will, because I watched the whole thing. No, they never mentioned that on the show.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess that's taken care of.
Wow, and that's like Woody's son. Woody certainly raised him as his son.
Was that sarcastic, though? Was there like a winky face after that? Was there any sarcasm?
That is only a question mark.
That appears
to be direct.
All right.
What is he referring to? Because I don't even know this story.
The girl's name is Dylan, or was Dylan. She changed that to Monroe.
Every time.
She was an adopted daughter. And back when there was the big custody thing in '92, there had been these allegations that Woody had put his face in her crotch and had done molesty things. I don't know exactly.
Molesty things.
Like, I don't know. I don't know the exact things that he was accused of, but of course he denied it, and they fought it out in court. And I had never heard that she spoke about it. And then I guess it was in November's Vanity Fair, which was really fucking recently. I think she finally talked about it and said that he did touch her inappropriately. And I think she was saying that she felt. I mean, it seems truthful what she's saying, because she's like, well, he took me into the attic. And I think she said he was putting his hands down her pants or whatever it was, and how it bothered her, and she felt guilty as a kid, like you're supposed to listen to the adults, but this didn't feel... So, again, maybe she's a fucking lunatic and is just believing what Mia Farrow told her, or maybe she's telling the truth. But the fact that it got no traction at all, I found kind of surprising.
Well, he's beloved.
I love him.
American Treasure? Woody Allen. National Treasure?
Yeah.
National Treasure?
That put a damper on it, though.
It becomes difficult.
Tarnish the old treasure a bit. Wow.
What's interesting, and again, I don't. It's hard because I love the guy so much.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do something that is like, if you're overheard dropping an N-bomb, Hollywood turns on you. But for things like that, they're very forgiving. Like with Roman Polanski, Hollywood's forgiving with really weird things.
Yeah, well, at least he hasn't been exiled from the United States.
That's true.
Amazing.
Well, he didn't run away either.
Well, that's true.
What did Mia say? Anything?
Yeah, she just tweeted, "Time to grab some ice cream and switch over to girls."
Whoa.
I guess during the tribute?
Right before.
She's still not over it.
You don't think she would like to sit there and
watch her
and go like, wow,
how great he is?
He is great.
We had our differences, but he really is quite an artist.
He's great.
Mia Farrow might be a little nutty, but she's fucking do a lot of nice things for people, and she's all into helping. Yeah, and she adopts
dates for fucking Woody.
Yeah.
I'd say your ex-husband leaving you for the daughter that you adopted is like probably up there with things that could drive you to the point of being nutty.
Talk about a woman scorned. Wow. That's a fucking scorn right there. Wow.
That's fucked up.
That's gonna make
He's
you crazy.
fucked up.
That'll make you crazy.
Yeah. He's fucked up.
And I think the husband, I don't know if it was her first husband or whatever it was before, who adopted Sun Yi, said that she's like, she doesn't exist to us. But it's almost like, well, Sun Yi was a teenager. Who the fuck knows what happened before that, or was she?
Remember the guy over at K-Rock, Wood Yi?
Wood Yi. Oh, boy, did they fuck him over.
Oh, did they ever? That's right. He used to do Howard's show as
He started
Wood
doing
Yi.
ours a little bit.
Yeah.
What was his name again?
It was really his voice sounded like that. He sounded like Woody Allen.
What was his name?
Wait a minute.
Oh, I wish I remembered.
They forced him into retirement early, so they didn't have to pay him.
Was it Steve something?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely Steve.
That's Steve from Bayshore.
Engineer?
He was an engineer at K-Rock forever.
Remember Tim?
Of course.
From K-Rock?
Yeah,
I haven't thought about him in years.
I didn't realize. There he is. There's Steve. Oh, boy, did he motherfuck the company. Because they made him retire early so they didn't have to pay him some extra shit. And he needed that extra shit badly. Remember?
Oh, the tragic stories he would come up with.
Remember? Remember?
My wife and this and that.
His wife's sick or whatever.
Oh, it's
and he
just
needs the
tragic.
insurance, and they didn't give a fuck. They still said bye.
Didn't he have 40 years or something?
He was just short of 40 years. 40 years is when everything kicked in.
He used to tell stories
and he was
of
trying
like
to hang in
Mel.
There. Right.
He would tell early Mel story when Mel was like a fucking copy boy or something.
Right.
And there he was just getting fucked.
What a lousy company.
By the company.
He was like just short of 40. He needed the 40. For whatever.
Right.
A pension or whatever the hell they were going to do for him.
Yeah.
And they decided, well, we could cut some corners here.
And
just fuck over this guy's
take your
golden years.
40 years of service or 39 years of service and go fuck yourself.
Yeah. That's why I have no loyalty for any fucking one company.
Yeah.
It's tough for them to do the right thing in the end, always.
I have 40 years of service and they do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
I wonder if he's still alive, even.
You'd think...
Let's not talk about him. See how that works out.
What about Pete Johnson?
Pete Johnson. My chin dildo. Pete Johnson. Pete was great.
Just another old engineer.
Yeah.
From CBS Radio.
Fucking radio engineers are the weirdest fucking guys, man. They're all just fucking weirdos.
Because they're wired differently.
They're technology geeks before, like, everyone considered themselves, because you walk around with an iPhone, you're not a geek, believe me. But these were old school. Like, they would rather spend their time in an electronics store going through capacitors and fucking shit like that than go out.
Just wired differently, that's all. Yeah.
Weirdos.
They knew how to and liked building electronics.
Yeah. Right.
Solder. They love solder.
Just solder all day.
Oh, just solder things
on and on.
Fucking bored.
We were talking about Governor Christie. So Giuliani is popping up talking about the Christie thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and this is what he's saying. It's quick.
He says he didn't realize. He says he didn't know. I think it's pretty darn credible. He wouldn't make this blanket denial unless it's not true.
But we're talking, Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry, we're talking about two different things. You're talking about him saying he didn't know there was any scandal involved in this. He had to know there was all that traffic.
Well, yeah, I'm saying you miss things. I mean, things happen in an administration. Things happen when you're running for re-election. After the fact, it seems like, how didn't they know? But the reality is you miss a lot of things when you're running a government that's as complicated as New Jersey, New York, or the United States. This has happened to many presidents, many governors, many mayors. It's happened to the present president at least 3 or 4 times where he said, I didn't know, and then the press says, gosh, how could he have not have known?
Yeah, but she's like, what a dumb question she has. What about that traffic? Someone, if he heard about it, 4-hour delays at the GW, yeah, they're doing some kind of, there's cones up.
Yeah, you don't instantly think, something's up.
You don't immediately investigate.
The spidey senses are
doing
tingling.
Repairs or something.
Yeah, there's delays every fucking day.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not completely out of the ordinary at all.
No.
That's longer than normal, but what if there was a structural issue? They would fix it, you know?
Yeah.
That's the way I was in the casual gym.
Casual, man. Whatever.
Yeah, what the hell do I know? I sit there, I get paid anyway. I nip at the lunch pail in traffic. That's what I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I reach in, I pick out a few of the Fritos.
Does the wife put in something extra for you?
She puts in a few Fritos. She says, "Now don't buy any more." I go, whatever, honey. You talk, I listen. What do I know? I hate this guy. Nice thermos full of milk.
Ew. Just a thermos full of milk.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
It's supposed to work.
I just hope he doesn't snarl up the traffic on the Pensacola Bridge. Because what, he's down in Florida?
What's he doing down there?
He's doing some of that endorsing. So a politician had to say that, you know.
Yeah, get it?
Just having a little fun with it.
Everyone just tries to make the joke.
Nah, man, we
gotta have the joke.
Some more shit's coming out.
I don't know.
More shit's coming out.
I honestly don't know.
Oh, yeah. And why isn't that Bridget girl not talking?
They probably, you know.
What Bridget girl?
The one he fired, his top 8.
Oh,
she's probably been instructed to keep her mouth shut while she cooperates with investigators.
But they can't, like, give her a nice package, because that looks suspicious. So she's fired. So what would be her reason for keeping quiet?
Well,
because she looks really bad right now.
Maybe she doesn't get sued, or there's always
an investigation going on. Never good to start blabbing when
you play
in the
ball.
Crosshairs.
They help you get a corporate job at, like, you know what I mean?
That's
It's
true,
like Christie
too.
still likes her. He doesn't
Just
hate her.
because you can't hand her cash doesn't mean you can't make a couple phone
with
calls
former
for
aide
her.
Bridget Ann Kelly on the day that she sent the now infamous emails and texts, given that they were together in Seaside Heights, responding to a boardwalk fire at the time. Now, New Jersey Democrats plan to issue a new round of subpoenas as soon as today. An incoming state assembly.
Boy, this thing isn't going away. So they were together when she sent that?
Or in the proximity.
Oh, wow. Come on, Aunt. Come on.
There just doesn't seem to be any evidence pointing toward it.
I'm all in. He knew.
She might have said something to him, like there's going to be some traffic, and he might have went, oh, okay, but there's no way to prove that.
No, I know. I understand that.
Yeah.
And he feels like there's no way that it could be linked to him. That's why he goes all in.
Yeah.
He knew. He just knew. Politician that can't do no wrong. Almost a landslide victory. Get addicted to that power. He's got an ego on top of it.
He gives an ego.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus. And when could they start drinking the water down there in West Virginia?
Yeah, what happened there? Some chemicals fell in the water?
300,000 affected. Water tests encouraging, but no timetable for water use.
Yeah, some kind of fucking chemicals spilled out of a train or some shit. Whoops. That's pretty fucking bad. I'm sure they you get the protesters.
Can we keep all our toxic shit away from our water, please?
Yeah. I think they do a pretty good job overall. Occasionally, you see how many of those train tracks wind around lakes and rivers and shit.
Nothing worse than being out in nature, like fly fishing or whatever, and going down a river, and then you see that big old pipe just pouring God knows what into the river. Who thought this was a good idea back in the day?
Yeah, it moves along. It moves along. The river's rolling.
Or the brilliant idea of putting a power plant right next to the water.
You need the coolant.
I know why.
Oh, man.
But can't you bring the water inward?
Oh, but
little inward?
Then what are you going to do with it? You got to spill it out.
Right.
Spill it back out.
All right, then have another long fucking pipe going back to where it came from.
They've done a much better job these days.
With the power plants?
With everything.
Yeah.
You look at the way the Hudson used to be and shit. It's a lot better than it used to be.
Mm.
The United States has done a pretty good job cleaning up shit. It's more the third world countries that are just emerging into...
They're way behind.
Industry that are fucking everything up. China.
So why can't they
gotta be one of the biggest polluters on the face
Why
of the
can't they
earth.
learn from us and do it right?
Because it's expensive.
It's too expensive, right? That's what I was going to say.
You gotta. It's again. I bring up the SimCity games all the time. You gotta level up. You can't go right to the fucking clean power plant. You got to pop that smoky fucking coal one in your neighborhood. So then when you check the environment, it's all yellow and red around the neighborhood. Your water's contaminated. Your residents are all pissed. Love that stupid-ass game.
All right. We're going to do some A-Rod stuff next.
A-Rod. Yo.
Scott from West Virginia wants in on this water, man. He's saying that people... Wow. Skin is peeling off people's fingers.
What?
Thanks to the chemicals in West Virginia. I have a lot of info on it. That is Scott. And we have Scott on the line. What's up, Scott?
Hey, my buddy lives up there in South Charleston. He said he poured his tap water, put his finger in there, in about 15 minutes, his skin started peeling off his fingers.
Why would you do that? Who would do that?
Whoa.
Well, the chemical that fell in the river, it's used, from what he's been told, to clean the coal line out of the coal mine.
Clean the coal off?
Yeah, and I guess they spray the coal down.
Oh, yeah?
And right now he's worried about his hot water heater and his pipes, what it's doing to that, you know?
No, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
Just go about your business.
I wouldn't worry about your...
Don't mind.
Pipes. I'd worry about your intestines.
Yeah, your peely fingers.
Your peely fingers.
Fucking good. Wow, that's some lawsuits going to be happening there.
He said what they're having shortage of now is paper plates and silverware because nobody wants to use the water to wash their dishes and frozen foods and shit.
You're not allowed to use your water. They're basically telling you not to, right?
Yeah, he said the health department has shut down everything in Charleston.
What if you burl it? What if you burl your water? Burl.
You have such wisdom.
And then just put it in a bottle in your refrigerator.
Here in New York City, we have the best water.
Yeah, it's great.
They always say how we have some of the best water in the entire country.
Yeah.
But, man, it's just such a weird thing to turn that tap on. You're like, I'm supposed to drink the water out of this?
This is point B. It came from point A, and there's a lot of shit in between.
That's what I think.
Twists and turns and pipes, and how do you know?
Is the water okay?
Yeah.
We grew up where that was our only choice.
You drink a lot of tap water, do you?
Do you drink tap water?
No.
I do here.
Never.
But the pipes are old, too. I think they said the water's the best, but some of the pipes are really shitty.
Ooh.
Well, what do you get from the pipes?
Just probably
pipitis.
Pipitis.
You get the pipitis.
Yeah.
That don't sound good.
I did an 11-year study on New York City water pipes. I conducted it by myself.
You really? To a conclusion?
Yeah. Went door to door and knocked. And they'd open the door and they say, "We help you?" I go, "We think you pipes."
Your pipes.
And I'd write down the answers, and I lost the results.
Oh, my God.
The wind blew them away. They were on notebook paper.
How awful is that? Hey, we're going to talk about A-Rod. We will in a second here, but I looked down here. Nevada's biggest casinos lost $1.3 billion last year.
And people are not going.
Yeah. Why aren't they going?
They're broke.
They don't have that disposable
People
income.
are broke.
$1.3 billion, but it says Nevada's biggest casinos. How many are in that? That's not one casino.
Probably those big ones that are all on the fucking...
But how many? Like 10?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because that'd be about $100 million each then?
Good number.
How does a casino lose money? That just amazes me.
How's the Tangiers doing?
The Tangiers, not good.
How's the skim?
Not as good as it used to be. This leads to an article I read that, you know how Detroit is completely just a mess and falling apart? They were predicting what other cities are going to turn into Detroit. And on that list, surprisingly, was Las Vegas turning into the next Detroit.
Why? What's...
Well, if the casinos go, Just imagine what that would do to that area.
Yeah, that's kind of their bread and butter, as they call it.
Can you find that list? I know I didn't ask for it, but Atlantic City's on that list.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of these cities that they predict will be the next Detroit. Atlantic City and Nevada were the two that really popped out, but there were a couple others on there of interest. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, there it is. Thanks, Sam. What's the list of cities that could be the next Detroit?
It's an article. It's not in our list format that we like.
We love a good list.
God, I love a good list.
I guess it's any city that their industry is failing or out of date.
Sure.
Yeah.
Urban sprawl.
Las Vegas.
Atlantic City.
What about Manch Vegas?
No, Manch Vegas is doing
Manch
very well.
Vegas is good?
Well, Scorch left, so everything's okay.
Where's he going? San Diego?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
That's what I'm hearing.
The economy is booming now that he left.
I'm hearing Scorch got a gig.
I hope so.
World syndication.
I wish nothing but the best for Scorch.
Of course
We
you
all
wish
do.
nothing but the best, but it's hard to take.
I don't understand how we take the shit from Scorch when it's our listeners that are perhaps sometimes being a little,
and we've given them
unkind.
a lot of exposure over the years.
Oh, yeah.
That's it for the cities? There's more in there?
Well, there's one in Portugal, Macau.
No, man. This was American cities. You might have found...
Macau.
Oh, here you go. Ohio. No?
Well, the Racinos.
I love that place. I get the Maracadot. Oh.
You might have found the wrong article.
This is horse races. And they're legal in Delaware, Louisiana, Maine, New Mexico, New York, Ohio.
I'm sleepy. I'm so sleepy.
Why are you sleepy?
Because I stayed up late and couldn't get my fucking sleep cycle.
Well, that's this is a dead end.
It is.
But it just says cities that are dependent on gambling.
Yeah.
Could be the next Detroit.
All right.
Jeez.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Bunch of unfinished condos just blowing over in the wind.
We got a tornado warning in North Carolina.
That. Wow.
Where's that house?
That's going to cost you.
Wow, they're just not put together well, are they?
No, when you look at it like that, your houses aren't shit.
It was like a house of cards.
Gary,
Indiana should be on the list.
Gary, Indiana.
Who's this?
Song?
Lady Trucker. Who are you?
Oh. Tell him Lady Trucker sent you.
Gary, Indiana should be on that list. They got the mayor selling their houses for $1.
Yeah, they're already Detroit.
Yeah, that's true.
We're talking about cities that are doing very well as of now that could turn into the next Detroit. Gary, Indiana is a shithole. Everyone knows it. Oof. We all know that.
Yeah, but the south side of Chicago's got the building deterioration.
It's the baddest part of town, from what I hear.
Bad.
You go down there, you better just beware. Some guy, Leroy Brown? Yeah.
All right, Trucker.
Oh, boy.
What?
Keep her between the ditches.
Let's say hi to Mike in West Virginia. Mikey.
Mike?
Hey, guys. The guy reporting that the skin's rolling off the fingers.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but he's full of shit.
I knew it. I knew this call was coming. Why is that,
But I think it's a real one.
It is real.
It's such an issue that local news has stopped reporting on it.
So it's nothing.
Well,
it's nothing. They're showing videos of supposedly water catching on fire, and the people aren't even putting the flames in the water to see if it'll catch on fire because they know the water will put the flame out.
Well, I saw this one video clip on Facebook that was really fucking funny. It's this woman, and it's serious, and she runs the water in her faucet. She lights a Bic lighter, and she puts just the flame part under the stream of water.
Right.
And she goes, what kind of water doesn't put out a flame?
No.
What kind of... And she's dead serious.
Could you find this video?
She goes, I don't know what kind of chemicals they put in here, but you could see I got the flame, and it's still the fire.
Oh, what an
Not
idiot.
realizing, it's the source that you have to get, just the flame itself. She has no clue how fire
Do you know where we can find that?
I don't know. I saw it on
video also.
The Facebook.
But your fingers are okay?
My fingers are okay. The only issue was they told people not to drink the water not to bathe in it for about a day. And
that shouldn't be hard for
That's
them.
easy for West Virginia. God, how hack are we?
I know.
Walmarts everywhere ran out of water. But other than that, there's no big issue.
All right.
So, all right, guys.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Found it?
Yeah. I don't know if I found this is from a month ago, but
check this out. Funky water.
I don't know
North
if
Dakota.
this is it. Is it?
I don't know. I know it's going to set the water on fire.
But no, it's not one that sets the water on fire.
Yeah.
It's this woman trying to put out her lighter in water, and she's just hitting the flame part with the water, saying, why won't it put out the fire? See, she's an idiot.
We didn't start the fire.
There is some kind of what?
The fire's still going, and
well, because she lights the lighter.
Oh, I see.
You gotta put out the source.
You gotta dump where the fire's coming out of.
Sure.
I was looking for it on YouTube the other day. After I saw it on Facebook, I couldn't find it. So, but it was on Facebook.
Somebody's got a boom mic outside.
Boom.
What are you talking about?
What are they doing? Filming a movie?
Yeah, they're filming a major.
What's going on?
Where's the boom mic?
Right
Who
behind
the
these guys.
fuck is this?
Here it comes.
Hi, sir.
Yo, boom!
What's that?
You're addressing the microphone.
Yo, boom!
It's got a little fucking...
Whoa, they're filming me.
Pictures.
They're filming in here.
Oh. We didn't give approval for this
No,
shit.
that guy's just filming over there.
What the?
Oh.
Kenny's going to talk to him.
Here, open the door.
All right.
Yes,
Let's see what this is about. We're a media destination, God damn it.
Oh.
Yo, boom!
Oh, what's over there?
What are you guys filming? Kenny, what are they filming?
What are you filming?
What are you filming?
Huh?
More serious for the corporation.
What is that, Canon?
That's a 5D, yeah.
No.
5D?
Yeah, the 5Ds do the job, don't they, sir?
I just picked one up. It's amazing.
No, it's a 5D, not 5YO.
Oh. It's great.
What is it, like a corporate video? One of those boring ones that no one's going to watch? Yeah.
Sexual harassment? Yeah. Watch out then for Kenny. He'll pinch your ass.
Who are those guys you're filming? Those fat cats.
Now we'll throw our head back and laugh like we're all having fun here.
Oh, you get that? I can do it again. All right, there goes boom.
That's great. That
looks
good.
Awful. Look at that.
Terrible.
Looks like, who the hell would watch that?
They're filming this room for what they can do with it in October.
Yeah, exactly. A corporate film. Here is some of the studios. This is our engineering facility.
All right, well, the A-Rod went in front of an arbitrator and got his suspension reduced slightly.
Oh, yeah?
By, 40-some-odd games, maybe?
Is it reasonable?
Well, now he's got to sit out 162 games instead of 200 and whatever the fuck it was.
Does he have to show up in uniform and sit on the bench?
They should
like
make
that?
him do that.
Like in school suspension?
Yeah, well, yeah. Why do they get to go home and collect their paycheck and just do whatever the fuck they want?
I think he should have to show up for every fucking game.
How great would that be?
Suit up.
Obviously, the Yankees don't want that, but still.
Right.
That's a real punishment.
That's a fucking punishment.
Make him put on his uniform every day and sit on the bench for an entire year.
He's got to fly all over the fucking country.
But why not?
Just sit there.
If I was the Yankees, I go, look, we're paying you all this money just because you're suspended. We want you at these fucking ballparks.
Yes,
wait, they have to pay him for this?
Yeah.
I'm assuming they do.
No, I'm assuming they don't.
He doesn't get paid.
That's what I'm assuming.
Okay.
He's getting something, isn't he?
He's getting like $2 million.
Why anything?
Wait,
just
$2
million?
It's some weird.
I thought he was getting like fucking $60 million.
Who's paying him the $2 million?
Yankees.
All right, so we were right.
Okay.
It's just not his full salary. So for the $2 million, I would sit there and go, nope, we want you fucking suited up every game.
I fear no reprisals.
How great would that be?
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
They should make him fucking suit up and go to every shithole in the United States and sit on that bench. Just get hemorrhoids from sitting on so many fucking benches.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
People are saying, I think it would be Travis, actually, who knows a bit about baseball, that he is done, right, Travis? No one's going to pick him up after this?
Well, I mean, if the Yankees can't get out of the contract, he'll have to stay with the Yankees. But if they find a way to say that he violated the terms of his deal outside of steroids, and they get out of that deal, no one's gonna
pick him up.
No, Barry Bonds couldn't find a deal after he was done with the Giants. You think A-Rod's
I always found that weird about Barry Bonds because there were some desperate teams that I'm surprised they didn't just say, fuck it, let's get him. So
I think A-Rod will get another gig.
You think?
Yeah, for a lot less money.
I think he will.
I completely disagree.
And Barry Bonds had a couple years left in him, you think? As a DH, maybe?
I think so, yeah.
Go to the American League and DH?
Definitely. But no one, I mean, A-Rod's going to be 39 when he's allowed to come back, and he's still got...
I heard 40.
No, he'll be 39 in 2015.
Oh, okay.
And then he's signed through 2017.
Right.
Because it was such a good deal. And
Jesus.
More Yankee idiocy.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Wow. So you think this is it for him? He doesn't play ever again?
Well, I mean, that's if the Yankees can get out of the deal.
But if the Yankees can't, do they play him?
It's a lot of money to just sit on the bench. Who knows?
Yeah, but you make it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Dress up, but we're not using you.
Make him the bat boy. Imagine he's got to fucking just bring the bats in, or the ball girl. He can just sit there and fucking throw the ball to people. And how great would
Get
that
off
be
the
if they
little
could
stool.
if they could just punish him like that? The fucking grounds crew. He's got to do that YMCA thing. He's got to call the subway races on the big fucking screen at the stadium. And it's the 7 train.
Make him do the t-shirt guns.
Yeah.
Just firing the t-shirts out into the crowd.
Yeah. Well, 7 is Shea Stadium. City Field, right?
Yeah, you take the 7 over there.
Yeah. That's the one that got that one guy in trouble from Atlanta, right? Talking about the dregs.
Oh,
John Rocker.
John Rocker.
John Rocker. Remember John Rocker is talking about how the fucking 7 train was full of homos and black people and fucking got in trouble for being honest.
He really lost his mind, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Good old John Rocker was off his... So Anthony Bosch was on 60 Minutes last night. So
Bosch.
What's the connection with this Bosch guy then, Travis, officially?
Let's see, one of these fucking...
Biogenesis guy.
Biogenesis, and he's claiming he shot up A-Rod right in the hind.
Yeah. Was that after Peter Gabriel?
Oh, he was so confident.
Red rain.
Oh, that'll be a good Genesis joke.
Why'd you look right at me when you said it?
Yeah, you really did.
Let's go to Brian in Boston. He's a Red Sox fan, so you know his opinion's going to be a bit tainted.
Ah, okay.
What's up, Brian?
What up, guys?
Hey.
Welcome aboard, Brian.
Oh.
They definitely should suspend A-Rod for more than one season. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. This isn't happening.
What a great call.
But your reason for that?
He's a douchebag.
Oh,
okay.
All right.
Okay.
I like how he pulled it all together there at the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not that he might be guilty of the crime.
No,
he should be suspended a lot because he's just a douchebag.
Uh-huh.
There's not a lot of people that would disagree with you, sir. He comes across a bit douchey.
Well, no, he's definitely guilty of the crime. 212 games is not enough for a douche like A-Rod.
Well, now it's down to 162, so he got 50 games knocked off this thing.
That's fine.
Oh, less is good, okay.
Wait, now that's fine?
Yes.
You said more would be better.
No.
You have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
Wow.
I know.
I'm fascinated by this. What are you trying to say, Bry guy?
What I'm trying to say is that the fucking Sox are going to go win back-to-back.
He's so nervous.
I love
Did your
this
brain
guy.
explode?
Or he's drunk.
I don't think he's drunk.
You drunk?
What happened to you, Brian?
No, I'm not drunk. I don't drink. I don't drink at all.
Good.
Good for you. God bless.
You might want to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
No, it's a good call.
All right, to spend him another year for being a douchebag. All right.
Yeah, fuck A-Rod.
But he's okay that it got lowered.
Or is he?
Huh?
Yeah. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
Because you want him to get more games or less games? Are you cool with the 162 or you want more than the 212 originally?
No, give more. Give him more.
But you said you were okay with the All right, Brian, we're going to let you go. Thank you.
I know. I don't want to be a douchebag. I'm sorry.
No, you're not being a douchebag. I think you just got a little nervous, I think. We've seen this from time to time. It all made sense in your head, and then you get connected to the guys, and all of a sudden you just lose your fucking mind.
Yeah.
You didn't plan on being a monumental flop.
Go Pats. Let's go Pats.
Oh, go Pats.
I do want the Pats to actually go all the way. I think it's going to be the Pats and the Seahawks. I really do.
Yeah, well, fucking Tom Brady, kind of fucking take over that game,
Just draining the Brady talk.
He's
done it. Yeah, he's a great quarterback. I want somebody else to win.
Isn't he kind of a douchebag, though?
No, but if the Pats win this year, that'd be almost unbelievable. No one gave him a shot at the beginning of the fucking year. He has no receivers, and then they decide, all right, we have no receivers. We're going to make an amazing running game. If the Pats win the Super Bowl, it would be their best Super Bowl ever. Because no one expected them to get this whole fucking team together.
I still want them to lose.
Yes, no, I agree. I agree with you.
Chargers. Why isn't anybody thinking San Francisco? Huh? No one's liking San Francisco.
That's all right.
Come on now.
Who won last night for the AFC? I didn't follow games.
Broncos.
Oh, the Broncos did. Okay.
You got the Broncos and the Pets.
I want to see the Broncos.
And then you got Seattle and San Francisco.
The Pats are going to smoke.
I'm going all the way with this showboating fucking homeboy for San Francisco.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Some say he looks like a Progeria kid.
Okay. Does he?
Have you seen his picture? Think about it. If Sam would put up his picture, you can see that he looks like a Progeria kid.
Sam.
Brian, you're doing great here, buddy.
Huh?
You're doing great. Hold on. Jimmy from North Dakota wants to be on the phone with you. You're doing that well. Brian in Boston, meet Jimmy in North Dakota. Jimmy?
Yes, I'm here. Is he there?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm a Yankee fan, but yeah, he deserves the 162 games and be done with it. But this isn't a fucking sports show. I turned over from ESPN, and Opie and Anthony, every single time they get on you let the damn callers get on the air, they ruin the fucking show.
This is no exception.
Here, talk to Dick.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all I fucking got on this goddamn show is a little bit of humor. That's all I got left in my life.
You got any extra tickets to the Gophers? You going to see the Gophers?
We root for the Sioux.
What are you watching? Gophers.
Huh?
Dad? You staying for supper?
Yeah.
No, it's a fucking Sioux.
All right, thank you, Jimmy. I think Ronnie wants in, too, from North Carolina.
Rovers.
Ronnie, you got Brian in Boston still. Go ahead.
Yeah, come on out.
Oh, that Boston fan, man, he don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Oh.
He's a full of shit.
Excuse me.
You're fucking stoned, dude. You don't call the show fucking stoned.
Stoned.
I'm not stoned, dude.
Hey, you're stoned.
Well, what are you? You're a dumbass.
I love the call.
Am I a dumbass?
Yeah, because you're a Boston fan. If you was a Yankees fan, maybe you'd be a little bit smarter and know what you're talking about.
Huh? Well, I don't know who won the World Series this past year, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Where's your accent from, dude?
Where's your accent?
Says the guy with the accent.
Got him.
I'm from North Carolina.
North Carolina.
He got him with a Marion comeback.
I wipe my ass with North Carolina.
Oh, shit.
Big toilet paper. The fuck?
And North Carolina just laughs at that.
Come on. Who you got? How'd Cam Newton do last night? Only tell me.
Yeah, we had Norton down this past weekend.
Yeah, you guys lost. I'm not. We got 8 championships in 10 years. So suck a dick.
Oh, you're so fucking funny.
Am I stoned though? Am I stoned? I don't think I am.
All right.
You are.
All right. Thank you, Ronnie, and thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. All right. There you go.
Amazing.
You want to hear Anthony Bosch on 60 Minutes?
Yeah, what was he rambling about?
Once Alex Rodriguez was fully into your protocol, what were the various banned substances that he was taking?
Testosterone, insulin growth factor, 1,
human growth hormone, and some different forms of peptides.
What a rat.
All of them bad.
He's a fucking rat.
Fucking rat. Bad. And he knew that. Yes, he did.
What's this
and
guy's
he knew that.
M.O.?
Scumbag.
Was Rodriguez injecting himself with these substances?
Alex is scared of needles. So at times he would ask me to inject.
You've injected him?
Yes.
Personally?
Personally.
That whole scared of needles thing, no one likes needles. What are you talking about?
But why is this guy going to jail or no? Or
What's this guy's M.O.? Why is he doing this? What's his motive for being a fucking rat like that? Whether you like A-Rod or not, to just have someone come out and spill the beans like that. Yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah, this guy's worse than A-Rod.
Trav?
They caught him. So he flipped. And he
flipped for what? What was he going to do? What was going to happen to him?
Well, because they caught him, giving illegal drugs to players.
All right, well,
he turned states.
Yeah. And what was going to happen to him? Was he going to see jail time?
Trouble, yeah.
So he's not going to go to jail, even though he was the guy providing shit because they wanted to get a baseball player who fucking hits a ball with a stick.
Yeah, this guy's worse than A-Rod.
Much worse.
He's got the fucking juice.
When's the last time they fucking let the drug dealer go to go after the client?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
So what do we give up? 60 Minutes is covering this shit? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
It's a baseball player. He's not doing... What he's doing has no social import.
It is ridiculous that they give this much attention.
He's like the most popular, talented player in the league.
He's suspended from a game. From his game. He can't play.
The first words out of his mouth were, what did Manny Ramirez take in 2008 and 2009? What were you giving? What were you giving Manny Ramirez?
Bosch says Manny Ramirez came to him at the age of 35, and the next season he nearly doubled his home runs.
Nice.
Ramirez retired in 2011 after testing positive for doping.
Alex cared. Alex wanted to know. He would study the product. He would study the substance. He would study the dosages. Because he wanted to achieve all his human performance, or in this case, sports performance, objective. And the most important one was the 800 home run club.
The 800 home run club.
Which was only going to have one member, Alex Rodriguez.
It's amazing that these things help you that much in baseball. It just amazes me.
It really is. It fucking...
And it doesn't affect your nerves, I guess.
It's magic.
You still need your nerves.
Yeah.
Right?
It's magic.
He remembers one night a blood test was supposed to be done precisely at 8 o'clock, but Rodriguez was in a Miami nightclub.
So we ended up drawing the blood in the bathroom of this one restaurant /bar/club in the bathroom stall at 8 p.m.
With the crowd there.
With the crowd right there.
People coming in and out of the men's room, I take it, and you're in a stall with Alex Rodriguez drawing his blood.
Yes. As crazy as that sounds.
What were you thinking?
I'm not getting paid enough.
Bosch told us he was getting paid $12,000 a month in cash.
He didn't think he wasn't getting paid enough. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not getting paid enough.
Don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Then don't do it.
Shut up.
Scumbag.
Oh, he's nice enough to take you to the toilet?
He knows how to treat a baseball player by shooting you up in the toilet.
In the toilet?
Say hi to Josh in New York. The phones are lit on this one, man. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, yeah.
I bet he's joshing.
A-Rod's lawyer on Fox, and they were interviewing him about stuff that, things the MLB is doing for Bosch in return for testifying. The MLB is letting him write a book. The MLB is paying for his security, his lawyers. The MLB is going to the district attorney where Bosch is being charged for peddling steroids to minors, and they're asking for leniency.
Yeah. They really hate A-Rod.
This guy's a fucking piece of shit.
They're really just going after A-Rod for everything.
The MLB agreed to drop $1 million lawsuit against this guy, too. Pay his legal fees and all sorts of shit, so
Sounds
MLB
like a witch
just
hunt.
hates fucking A-Rod.
Sounds like a witch hunt.
Right.
Millions of dollars in lawyer fees that they're covering for Bosch.
Thank you, sir. I got to go to Rob in Baltimore. Thank you. Let's say hi to Rob. Rob.
Hey, guys. How's it going this morning?
They're all right, buddy.
Hey, look, I think we're missing the point on this. Yeah, the whole thing about steroids is a joke. I mean, the steroids should be legal. Basically, what it is just testosterone. It's a male hormone. It's not cocaine. It's not heroin. You talk about it like it's some kind of horrible drug. And it's not. The only thing it does is help enhance the athlete.
Well, I guess that's the problem they have with it.
You probably got guys out there that are 40 years old that have less testosterone than guys that are 20 or have more. You know, they don't measure the individual testosterone of the player. They just come up with these bullshit laws that all testosterone...
Stop saying that word.
Oh, I know. Another time, testosterone.
Yeah, but...
Boost your testosterone.
The reason why I took this phone call, you've been on steroids yourself there, sir?
Yeah, I've been doing steroids. I'm almost 60 years old. Okay, I started doing them when I was around 40. I have no health problems. I'm in great shape. I train every day. Actually, I train 4 days a week.
It's not every day.
Do you look like a... Are you one of those guys
half the time?
I'm 5'10". I'm 190 pounds.
What sign are you?
Huh?
Got a fat cock?
Well, I was going to ask him. I mean, did the cock shrink down a little bit, like they say?
That's another bullshit law.
Oh.
Your cock gets bigger when you do steroids.
Whoa.
Boy, it sounds like we all should be on this steroids thing.
Your entire body grows. What shrinks are your balls. Your balls shrink.
Oh. What makes your cock look bigger than
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's it. There you go.
Yeah. So you're all raisin nuts on the phone here.
It says you're 60 and you look 40.
He says that.
I'm almost 60.
All right.
Okay. But yeah, I look 40.
All right.
You know, I might get a couple shots of Botox here and there, but body-wise...
Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Body-wise, hey, look, I got six-pack abs.
I don't
I'm
care.
ripped. I got 18-inch arms. I got 32-inch.
Do you care that this guy has...
I do, so does Opie. Who cares?
You know what? Him just talking about his physique is it's turning me on, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Got 18-inch arms.
How's your V?
Uh-oh, what's going on? What's Kenny? Kenny's on high alert out there. Kenny, are you on high alert? What happened? You just waved off a picture. I saw that.
Yeah, it's Queen Latifah.
Oh, fuck.
I would do it just to do it, but...
Go get your picture with Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Queen Latifah.
It's all touchy.
She's royalty.
What do you mean it's touchy?
What's the matter?
They didn't really want it done?
They're pissed because you're white, right?
No, I don't think it went quite that deep.
Oh, okay. I always blame it on race.
What did they touch you about?
She was a Howard guest who went to Sway, and I would ask, but it's like if it's a hassle, I don't want to do it. It's not worth it.
Oh, it might be a hassle.
It's more annoying than anything.
I gotcha.
I don't care that much.
All right.
I've noticed when I play Call of Duty,
yeah,
and I'm always getting fucking killed and stuff. I've started yelling out the N-word in my house, you fucking.
You also do that when you play Scrabble. You have 2 G's.
When you play Candyland.
And I'm afraid that I'm going to start outside. If something happens, I'll be like, you fucking, and just blurt it out.
Right.
So maybe I should curtail that a little in the house.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's rotten.
Let's say hi to Joe. What do you say, Joe? Joe in New York.
Hey, I want to jump in on this A-Rod thing, man. I've been using testosterone, HGH, all of that shit for 5 years, and it's a lot more than people think that it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain.
You can't just be a superhuman. There's a lot more involved. There's a whole nutrition thing involved, exercising. I mean, so people think that these guys are cheating. They're really working harder once they start using this stuff. I'm not saying it doesn't work. Listen, I'm not saying it doesn't work. Don't get me fucking wrong. You know, when you're in your 40s, go to your doctor and get a blood test. I guarantee you all your levels are low. He'll even prescribe it for you, and your insurance company, or maybe before Obamacare, would have picked it up. So it's not like this stuff is dope that you're finding in the street. This is all stuff that's naturally in your body that deteriorates and stops, naturally being produced after the age of 35, and especially after 40. So, I mean, I'm not saying A-Rod's not doing something he's not supposed to do. It is against the baseball rules. But this is all stuff that's naturally in your body.
You sound wired. It says you're on testosterone replacement therapy, juice, and HGH for years.
God.
Holy fuck.
He's standing on his wife's neck right now.
Right.
Just standing. Her purple head is fucking just...
We've been fighting, but that's the fight.
Yeah, huh? Fuck her. I'll choke the bitch. Ooh.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that people have such, misnomers about this stuff, and they're really uneducated.
Well, Nomers was a good guy.
but what he was saying, how A-Rod did all the investing, the research on it and stuff. You know what? He probably did know exactly what he was doing, and it is possible to take it and not get caught that same day. That is possible.
All right, man. Sounds great. Sounds like we all should be on your shit.
Hey, you fucking shoot loads like a champion.
All right,
shoot loads like a champion.
These guys that just want to brag about what's going on.
If you don't like the gurgle.
Ryan in North Carolina. Ryan.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear about these 60-year-old limp dick fucks shooting up testosterone. No one gives a shit. But they are sort of right. That shit ain't going to help your baseball game out at all. I've been on the shit for a few years now. You still got to put the hard work in. Those guys are right.
So you don't think steroids helps your game at all?
No, you still got to put in the hard work. Yeah, you can put up a little more, weight in the weight room.
All right, what do you do better because you're on steroids?
You know what? I do it just because I'm a gym rat. I stay in the gym and I lift. That's about it.
Love seeing scantily clad men.
It's not going to make you swing that bat any harder.
Right.
But are you eating better?
Stronger, but you could do that naturally too.
Okay. Wow, you guys on the juice sound wired.
So why do people do it then?
Well, because we all love having little dicks.
All right, thank you. Let me go to Shannon in Iowa. Shannon.
Hey, hairless.
This is just fucking gross, man. It's like a 65-year-old woman with, breast augmentation. It looks fucking creepy.
A cougar.
I want to fuck a guy that's 60 years old with no, dude, it's just gross. Number two, what about the roids rage? The whole, aggression and all that shit that occurs. Like, let's skip right over that and talk about I got great pecs. Yeah, you're also a dick.
You bitches probably deserve it.
It's true. If you women would fuck guys like me, naturally, we wouldn't have to be
exactly.
Hey, Jim Norton, exactly. I would. I'll tell you what, I'm 5'9", 125, attractive lady, 38 years old. Yeah,
oh, boy.
I have had sex with guys like you, and far before I would fuck that guy.
Thank you.
Wow.
All right, Queen Latifah just rolled on by.
She looks good, though. I mean, she was really fat at one point.
Please.
No, she looks better,
Doesn't
though.
look good.
Oh, my gosh.
You don't think she looks better than she used to?
Look good. She doesn't look good.
She looks like a linebacker.
She's an overweight woman. Why the fuck are these women looked at like, she's so pretty, she's a fat woman?
Oh, send Roland in. No, I disagree. I think she looks a lot better now. Roland.
She's huge.
She was fucking huge.
She's a giant.
She's not heavy.
She's got a nice face, I guess.
She doesn't look really fat right now, right? Queen Latifah, she looks thin.
Yes, she does.
But she's big.
Big shoulders.
Big everything's big.
What'd she say
on her.
to you?
What?
What'd she say to you?
She said, hey, how are you? That's it. No, because she loves Sway, so they're friends.
Yeah, that's true. But look at her picture.
She looks thin, though. She's not. There's no way.
She's not amazing.
She doesn't look thin.
She doesn't look gross,
It's
though.
just like she's
thin is not in her fucking body type.
She can never be thin.
No.
She could be she'd be a fat skeleton.
No, it's just like, she has a butt, but that's about it.
She's 160 pounds easy. Minimum.
Easy.
Minimum. How's that thin?
I don't know. She doesn't look that big.
Women get a lot bigger than that.
How old is that picture?
Did I say 160? She's way over 160.
That's last year. Is there one now?
Yeah, her face looks a lot thinner.
I just saw her body. Well, I couldn't see her face, but the body looked really thin. That's why I'm commenting on it.
She's a big girl.
Oh, I don't know. She looks to me like she's
not
dynamite.
She's not like slobby, but she's big. She's big.
She is not sexy. I'm sorry. She's
a
fucking big girl.
Yeah, but the part about her being not sexy for you, there's another thing other than the weight that's...
Oh, yeah?
Those are last year, so she looks a lot more.
That's what I'm saying.
She might, play for the other team.
I don't fucking... Because, like... It's like saying, oh, well, Kathy Bates is white. So I put her in the same category as a Kathy Bates.
Ouch.
Well, now it's crazy.
Why?
Kathy Bates is slobby. There's a difference.
She's a big, droopy-fitted monster.
Like Queen Latifah is big, but she's put together. Like she's a little tighter than Kathy Bates.
She just fucking wears a lot of makeup and does her hair and shit like that, and Kathy Bates doesn't care.
I don't think she looks awful.
Let's say hi to...
Stop with the beautiful thing, though. People are like, oh, she's beautiful. No, she's not.
Let's say hi to Joe in Jersey. He has a comment on this. Joe?
Queen Latifah's a fat fuck.
Oh, right. Wow. Well, it says on the line you were going to call her a freaking whale.
A freaking whale.
That's her.
Well, that's another way to put it. Yeah, I mean, give me a break. Yeah,
that's her now.
She looks
2 weeks
better.
ago.
She looks better. She lost weight. She lost a couple of 100 pounds. She's still got another 100 or so to go.
You know what that's got to look like under that frock? Holy shit.
All right, let's go to Ronnie in North Carolina. Ronnie.
Hey, these guys, I'll tell you what, all these meatheads calling in saying that they're shooting up steroids and taking HGH, they all need to take some brain cell replacements or something like that. They're a bunch of freaking idiots.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hello,
how'd you like North Carolina, buddy?
I loved it. I loved it. These fucking shows were amazing.
Awesome.
No, I didn't sell them all out, but the fans that were there were very hardcore Opie and Anthony fans.
Ooh.
Really great.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Ronnie. Thank you, sir.
All right.
And no one listened to my hurricane story. There was a fucking tornado came.
No, you didn't really see it, though. I already asked Kenny.
But I woke up with the wind. I thought my windows were going to blow in. I fucking put my computer away.
But that's not a tornado, though.
It was supposed to be a tornado.
Tornado?
Yeah.
You would have known if it was a tornado. It was just very windy down there for you guys.
No, it was a tornado warning.
A tornado warning's different than having a tornado, though.
Was it an F4?
No.
F5? Oh.
No.
Finger of God.
I don't think it was an F at all.
Was it already here?
I don't know, but I was scared.
Did Dusty come over and
I dreamt, I swear to God.
Jimmy, stream.
I dreamt I was in a plane landing in Vegas, and that the plane was being spun around as we landed.
Shit. Wow.
Like just, not end over end, but just kind of left and right.
Like a Frisbee.
I dreamt I was landing in a plane that was spinning around, and I woke up and I heard, and the fucking windows, I'm like, these windows are going to blow in on me.
Did you freak out?
I was scared.
Aw.
I was scared. I stood brave with my cock up against the window and dared nature to take this away.
Kenny, anything to add to the tornado?
Well, I got the alert on my phone.
Right.
It says extreme threat alert.
Oh.
So it says tornado warning in this area.
Ah, okay.
Take shelter now.
Shelter.
Extreme severity, immediate urgency, certainty observed.
Right.
Get it. That's pretty scary to get on your phone, without a doubt. But it didn't happen, is my point.
Right. Then what happened when the tornado came?
I don't know. I was hiding under the bed.
Oh, Kenny.
Because we had a sliding glass door. It was like one wall of the room to go out to the balcony.
Right.
And we were on the top floor. Those are the people that always get killed.
That's the ones that get ripped off. You guys almost lost me. You guys almost lost
we
me.
survived.
A modern
survivors.
It's just not a good story.
Mm-hmm. It's a terrific story. I have the evidence to prove it.
Wind was blowing. Did I tell you my dream?
Oh, I forgot about the dream part.
You're in a modern hotel, right?
Yeah, well.
It's very
Closed
rare.
my computer, put it away in case the water blew in.
The water?
You have to take precautions.
You put your computer away because you thought the windows might break and some water might blow in?
Get into your computer?
Fuck yeah, I was sitting right by the window.
Why don't you just move from the window?
To where?
To the part that doesn't have the window.
The whole room had a window. It's like I had the
whole room?
You
It was a sliding glass door.
Get it with the sliding glass door.
How small was your room? That
really?
The sliding glass door took up the whole wall.
I had two windows. I had a suite. I had two fucking patios.
Then you could get away from. Why go to the living room portion?
We're between the sliding doors.
Well, then what about the bedroom?
That had a patio too. It was two patios.
Enough with the patios.
What was it? The bed, and then you fall out of bed and you're on the patio?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, that's a shitty room then.
No, it's a very nice room. Lapping in luxury there.
But you guys got home safely? No,
we beat the odds.
No spinny planes?
No, our plane was
tornadoes?
canceled.
That's another story, GH.
What happened?
Oh, a lot of adversity.
Uh-oh, adversity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what
What's that
way?
about?
Yeah, a lot of discomfort.
With the planes?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. Our flight was canceled.
Oof.
What?
First it was delayed before it was canceled.
To LaGuardia.
That stinks.
And due to what?
They said maintenance issue, but Kenny pointed out it looked like there was only 9 people on the flight, so they may have just ixnayed wasting the fuel.
Oh, those bastards.
So we went to JFK, And it was an Embraer, and I had the nice emergency row, all 2 seats to myself. And then 1 second before we take off, he fucking comes lumbering down the aisle. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like,
wasn't happy.
Oh, I was fucking miserable. Because I had so much room, and then he just comes down with his big, dumb winter jacket on and lumbers into the passenger seat and falls asleep.
He put his mouth open like he does.
Oh, it was the worst.
Kenny sleeps with his mouth wide open.
I was cramped in a regular seat, so I went to the emergency row for the leg room.
I should have actually just moved to his seat. But
yeah. Well, you guys should travel together like that. That sounds nice. Sit next to each other. Share stories.
Yeah. And then you should, the cab driver from Kennedy to LaGuardia,
right?
He didn't believe in the brakes.
He was fucking frightening, right?
Yeah? Driving like a nut?
Kenny, why?
He was all gas pedal.
You get one of those guys every once in a while, and it really is fucking horrifying.
It's scary.
And he looked like he was
horrible.
He was driving with his right. It was like one of those. It's a higher cab. It looks like a
minivan.
a van almost. No, like a van almost. So it's like it looks like it's top heavy, and he's fucking driving with his right hand, fucking whipping down the Grand Central, and it looked like he had picked up his phone and was texting with his left hand.
Oh wow!
Dude, I kept looking over the
features.
thing, and he kept looking back and making sure I wasn't catching him.
All the features.
That was really scary.
So now with him looking back, that's not good either. As he's flying down the highway.
That was a very frightening ride. We survived.
Maniac.
We're survivors.
Yeah.
We can play a surviving song.
Sounds
for
like a
you.
very harrowing experience.
People are very lucky.
Oh, you want to play Soul Survivor by the first supergroup Asia?
Oh, no.
Why? They're survivors, though.
Asia?
Yeah.
Asia survived nothing.
They're the first supergroup.
Terrible.
Let's say hi to Chris in Cleveland. Chris?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
That YG song, or whoever that rapper was that we talked about a few weeks ago, My Nigga, through the whole song like 8,000 times.
Yes.
I heard that on the radio the other day, and they made them change it to My Hitta. So they went back, redid the whole song. I wonder if they got a lot of...
My what?
My
Hitta?
Hitta?
My Hitta. Hitta. So,
My Hitta, my
The song
Hitta.
is so hot that they had to do that.
Wow.
yeah,
Maybe there's a radio edit.
Purpose.
Maybe they have the family radio kind of edit, and then they got the
Do we have a radio edit of that
satellite
song?
version.
I got to hear that.
It's like, let's get it started instead of let's get retarded.
It reminds me of that South Park episode where they say, people who annoy you. You guys remember that one?
Yes.
Playing Wheel of Fortune?
You got it. Sam found it. Thank you, sir. I hate when they do this. You're right. The retarded thing. What was wrong with that one?
Let's get retarded
in
here.
here.
Yeah.
Well, here's that song changed to My Hitta.
Sounds the same.
I say that I'ma ride for my, most likely I'ma die for my. I've been grinding outside all day with my, and they ain't going in unless I'm with my hitters, my hitter, my hitter.
This is so lame.
Horny.
My hitters, my hitters.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Just made up the word so they could have a hit song. All right, now play the original.
It means
for the people
nothing.
that don't know.
See, but they say it. He says it like, my hitter.
Yeah, he's
So you
kind
can't
of.
really
I don't
tell.
think he likes that. He was probably told like, look, you need to put out a
we
radio
got a
edit
hit.
for this.
And this is the original that we've played a few times.
I'ma die with my finger on the trigger. I've been grinding outside all day with my niggas, and they ain't going in. That's on with my nigga, my nigga, my nigga. My nigga, my nigga, my motherfucking niggas.
My motherfucking niggas. I love that one.
My nigga. Yeah. First thing first, I love all my niggas. This rap shit cracking, I involve my niggas. You looking for some money, let me call my nigga. He selling for the high, I need all my niggas.
God.
It's a great song,
I
though.
just love that fucking song. That's great.
That and the Drake. I actually went to YouTube to hear that Drake song was in my fucking head all weekend.
Yeah.
Now we're
long.
here.
Started from the bottom.
That's a hot new song.
That's a great song.
Hot
It's a
new
year
song.
old.
Hot new
fucking hot
song.
new.
It's literally
It's a
a year
hot
old.
new fucking track,
Yeah.
man.
Well, get rid of it then. No good anymore.
That's right. Well, we got someone from North Carolina backing up Jimmy, saying he had the right to be frightened.
I was frightened.
Patrick in North Carolina. Patrick.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
I was there watching Jimmy set. Dude, you had a great, awesome set there, Jimmy.
Thank you, man.
Really fucking funny. But yeah, that I believe it was Friday, Saturday night, there was actually a tornado touchdown outside of Raleigh. So all that wind and rain, and Jimmy had every kind of be a little frightened.
I'll tell you what the problem is. These guys, the idea of me being injured is too much to bear for people in the studio.
Yeah.
It's too sad.
That is true.
They pretend it doesn't happen. They block it out.
We rode out a hurricane in Greenville, North Carolina.
Oh, man.
When it hit the Outer Banks, that was the first we could get, and that shit was fucking scary, man.
Damn right, man.
My hitter. Thank you, sir.
Hitter gotta eat.
Let's go to Aldo in Albany. Aldo.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, Aldo.
I'm a anabolic steroid user, and not all of us talk like a complete gabon.
You're talking about those meatheads that called.
You sound kind of stupid.
Yes, you do.
I'm a single man who lives in Albany, New York, so, I'm pretty stupid to have moved here. It's pretty bad here for a single guy, but some of us actually have some sort of semblance of how to speak, phonics,
Well, why are you on the steroids?
I hate my dad. Former athlete, but right now I'm just a guy. I'm over 35 right now, and I'm a libertarian, and I'm not hurting anybody. I can afford it.
This guy's a kook. You're a kook.
You're a kook.
All right, Aldo.
It's stuck in my head now, that song.
My hitter.
My hitter's better.
My
motherfucking hitter.
One more track from Anthony Bosch talking about A-Rod. This is a good one because he talks about testosterone gummies.
Really?
Bosch says that his records show the days and times of injections, plus when to use skin creams and oral medications. 6 substances on this list are banned. One is testosterone troches or lozenges. Bosch also calls them gummies, which he says were taken in combination with growth hormone and all the rest.
He would put one of these troches in his mouth probably about 10-15 minutes before game time, or as soon as he went into the field. A player could take it right before game time, and by the time they get back into the locker room after the game, and there was any possibility of testing, they would test negative. They would test clean.
If you were telling Alex Rodriguez to take these gummies a few minutes before the game, he's taking these in the locker room or the dugout. That's quite an image.
Quite an image. They're so small that you could literally, while sitting in the dugout, take it, put it in your mouth, and people could think it's
his balls.
Is either sunflower seeds or a piece of candy or a piece of gum, for that matter.
Just all sit down and have a chew.
Yeah. Let's go to Ronnie in North Carolina. Ronnie.
Hey, just like I said before, there's another meathead calling in. He needs brain cells.
Well, we're happy you're calling.
Thank you, Ronnie. I love talking to the guys about their steroid use.
A lot of guys, apparently.
Yeah.
Taking the old roids.
We're missing the boat on that one.
They talk about it on commercials. They have, like, the commercials for low T, and what, you put it on, like, a roll-on deodorant or something? See that one?
Yeah, but
your
kid could grow hair or something in bad places.
I don't know, and they're supposed to keep it away from your fucking wife and kids and shit like that.
That doesn't sound too safe.
Your wife gets a hold of that, she's fucking blowing you. You're feeling a razor stubble on your thighs.
Rubbing it on her box.
On her fucking box. Her clit turns huge.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. We're going to wrap up the show next with something really good.
My nigga.
We got another meathead that wants in. Let's say hi to Bob in Louisiana. Bob.
Hey there, Bab.
Hey, guys.
Wait, I like the doot-doot part. Doot-doot-doot.
Doot-doot-doot. Asia sucks.
How dare you, sir?
Oh.
Asia's the lousiest supergroup there's ever been.
No.
You just continue to pretend that you're hip. This is real hipness right here. Going out on a limb and saying Supergroup Asia rules!
Listen, look how full that is. So much happening there.
Full of shit.
All right, back to Bob. Let me know if that doot-doot-doot comes back, though. Go ahead, Bob.
All right, I'll listen for that, too.
All right, so anyway, I was listening to Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve, checked the nuts and all like that. Went down, got my test, and I had to get on the testosterone shots. Problem was that the jackass at the pharmacy mislabeled it. I was taking 3 times the amount that I was supposed to take.
Shit.
Well, it was great, man, because, I could bang the shit out of my old lady. She was loving it to death. The problem was about a month into it, one of my nuts turned into, basically a sponge. You can sit there and squeeze it like a gummy bear and shit.
My God. Come on.
It was the worst. And
does that change back?
Yeah, did it change back after you got rid of the testosterone?
No. It's all fucked up. They sit there and play yo-yo in the toilet when I go take a shit. But,
it just troops down into the water?
Oh, yeah, one dips, the other one dips. It's all fucked up.
Man, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, if you sit there and...
Your balls could play the tom-toms.
I don't, why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't mean to take you that much more.
Oh,
3 times the amount recommended. You got a lawsuit, my friend.
Well, he's gone, I guess.
Well,
because he needed to go squeeze his spongy ball. Well,
poor guy.
Let's see what else we could do.
It was fun.
Yeah, I think it's just about done. We did the rhino. Bill de Blasio eats pizza with a fork and knife. That, I guess, is a huge story.
God, what a dork.
He is.
Got to eat your Snickers bar that way, though. Put it in a plate with a fork and knife.
Save some for later.
And you just eat it like that.
Who does that?
I do. What do you use, your hands?
You don't really do that, do you?
Huh?
Do you really do that?
Yeah. It's nice that way.
Really?
Because then you don't get your...
All right, Seinfeld.
What?
Thank you.
Mr. Pitt.
You know the best way to eat a Snickers bar is I like to clip a nice thick toenail, and I dig it into the Snickers bar, and then I hold it like a cocktail, Frank, that way.
That's good.
I think if you eat a piece with a fork and knife, you don't like eating the pussy.
Oh, that's probably... You know what?
I don't think you like eating pussy if that's how you eat your pizza.
There's nothing that gives me any... I don't know why that should be, but I think you're right.
It's because you don't like the juices. You don't like to get
juices
messy.
Running down your face.
Yeah.
You fucking just get your face in that slice of pizza.
That's right.
Fucking lick it till the cheese is dripping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then throw it out the door as soon as you're done. Open the door and fucking plant your foot in it.
It's never nice.
No.
It's never nice. I love it.
And I think we did everything else, man.
Yeah.
We didn't get the story of the teen cutting off his own penis and stabbing his mother while high.
Nice.
Jesus.
It's on that meow meow.
You give birth to your own monster.
Yeah, that's like the thing. You give birth to your own fucking retroactive tumor that killed you.
You could have a relatively good life, whatever, decide to have a kid, and then that's you give birth to your own killer.
Yeah. That's pretty fucked up.
It's fucked up.
Come on, Nick. All
right, hold on. We got one more. One more meathead call. Billy in Myrtle Beach. Billy.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
All right.
Yeah, I was listening to the one caller about the goofball who basically was ODing on his testosterone treatment. People do not know how bad that is for you. I mean, if you have a deficiency in it, that's one thing.
Okay.
You take it to get your levels back up. But, yeah, what happened to him, it can literally make your body where naturally you won't produce testosterone. You end up producing estrogen, which is what women produce.
To what, balance it out?
Well, your body will stop producing it.
Wow.
And where it stops producing it, you'll end up basically producing estrogen instead.
Will you grow a cunt?
You might very well. I have not confirmed that, but I do know.
I bet you get some breastises.
Definitely grow some titties.
You round out your hips a little. Ooh, softer, less visible facial hair. And just a generally softer look.
A softer appearance.
Right.
They even have warning labels on it that even says, that warns people because people are stupid.
How do you know, you mo?
Exactly.
Yeah, because I take it.
Oh, what's that? What happened?
I actually my body just stopped producing as much as it should for whatever reason. They've never figured out why. I take it
because you are not a real man.
Well, Maybe, maybe not. But all I know, Doc told me to take it.
What's up with the baby? What's up with the high-pitched dudes? What's that about? Is that low testosterone levels?
Might be.
You mean like Dan? This is Dan. Yeah, his voice is a little high, right?
This guy's...
Yeah.
But I'm just saying in general, what's that?
High talker.
When you have the high voice as a guy, what's that about?
I don't know.
Low levels of testosterone?
I bet that does it, or some kind of genetic voice thing, voice box thing. Maybe an injury.
Like the Leno kid who has his own talk show. What's that about?
Ross?
Yeah, he's got a very high voice.
Yeah, but he's super playing it up, too.
Yeah.
Oh, you think he does?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's probably, he probably plays it up because...
Because his voice is very stereotypically homosexual.
No, it's more high than homosexual.
He's got some lisp going on there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, he's trying to cash in on that.
All right, let's say hi to Jason in Texas.
Oh.
And then let's get out of here for today. Jason.
Listen, yeah, these guys don't know shit.
Oh.
You know,
You've been taking steroids for 17 years.
Oh, jeez. You're a monster.
Yeah. Well, no. It's medicinal purposes and in
what I say
cycles.
About scotch.
Yeah, but the thing is, these guys that are telling you all these risks, I mean, they have to put those risks on there for protection from lawsuits and things like that. But taking 3 times his normal amount is not going to fuck him up permanently. If he's already taken TRT, his body's not producing testosterone anyway. It permanently shuts down. That's part of getting old.
What's he talking about?
I love it. He's going to start producing estrogen. He's fucked in the head. But you don't produce estrogen.
No.
You only produce testosterone.
I love how you downplay the risks. Oh, they have to put it on there for lawsuits.
Just put it on there.
So why don't they put risks on everything we eat or put in our bodies?
They do. Look at all those fucking commercials for pharmaceuticals. Half the commercial is the risk.
On medicines.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Good
So
point.
anyway, the guys are full of shit. There's a lot safer than cigarettes or alcohol.
Oh, wow. Going out on a limb.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots safer than a bullet in the skull.
Kenny's back. Thank you. Kenny?
I told Sam something, and he suggested I tell you.
Yeah.
That one thing I know about testosterone is that it's bad to take it because there's no research on long-term effects.
What does that mean?
Like, they don't know, like, what could happen to you in, like, 10, 20 years.
Oh, Kenny.
Good idea. All right. That was worth it.
Stay a couple extra minutes to get that information out there.
Yeah, right?
All right, we're going to go home.
Overtime.
January 23rd through 25th. I have to whore myself.
Ooh.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Hotland.
Punchline, yes. February 6th through 8th, D.C., the Improv. And February 14th, 15th, Borgata. I think they're both sold out.
I'm going there.
14th might be.
I want to go to Atlanta, actually.
My Borgata trip.
See some old pals down in Atlanta.
You should come down. I'm there 3 nights.
Got a nephew down there.
And February 28th, Pittsburgh. I'm finally going back to Pittsburgh at the Carnegie Music Hall. Go to librarymusichall.com. There's been a lot of confusion about where to get tickets, so I'm returning to Pittsburgh for 1 show only.
Nice. And, well...
You know what returns after the break?
What?
Line of the day.
Oh, thank God.
Boy.
Because this fucking thing puttered out.
Hopefully I'll hear it in the car.
All right, y'all.
Write down, Kenny.
All right, y'all.
Where's he going?
The Opie and Anthony Show is drawn to a close. Stay tuned to reflect, relive, and get the story behind the story of the finest moments of today's show. Sam Roberts, Opie and Anthony Post Show.